I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. It's your man's Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. A lot. I got some notes right here in front of me, man. We have a lot to talk about, man. A lot. We have a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? When I say a lot, I do mean that. Right? I do mean that. Right? I'm going to ask you a question. Right? Is CAA taking over the Knicks? Again, that is my question. Is Sharife Cooper the next Tony Parker? I'm just going to start with that. Because if that don't whet your appetite can't be whet. If that doesn't whet your appetite can't be whet. Right? So party people, we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna get that in a second. I'm getting this. But if that right there don't get you going off jump, you heard it here first from your man's Uncle Freezy. I'm asking you, is CAA taking over the Knicks again? I had an app just open up right in front of me like I wasn't even sitting here. You know what I'm saying? App just opened up. I was trying to get it open. That's why I'm here at 9 instead of 8:45. I was working on this app and it had to update. So, but is CAA taking over the Knicks again? I know y'all loved the last CAA takeover because we acquired guys like Chris Smith, J.R. Smith's brother. And I know how much y'all enjoyed that. So I ain't going to rub your nose in it. I'm asking you a question. Right? And here's my next question. Is Sharife Cooper the next Tony Parker? You heard me. You heard me. Welcome. Shout Legacy in the building. What's good? Wilson Ding is in the building. What's good? What's good? Hey, what's the name says? NCAA. Kentucky takes over the draft. He'll be mean mugging everybody. Yo, Black University, what's good? Hey, hey, Black, I got a message that the stuff was sent. I'm slacking. I really got the message like 2 days ago, and it just slipped my mind. So, I pardon me, bro. Pardon me for that. You know what I'm saying? I got the message 2 days ago. I should have been sent you the message to let you know. Right. But I'm human, bro. I'm human. You know. I used to think I was a machine. Every day I realize I am not. How y'all feeling this morning? The day before the rest of our lives. How y'all feeling? T. Williams, yo! What's good? What's good? Man, my homeboy Cully hosted the show last night. That was dope. We had some rough edges to knock off. Jeff Jones in the building was good. Julian Blum was good. Was good. Yeah, my main man Cully hosted the show last night. It was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Cully, what up? Yo, Black Prophet is in the building. What's good? Black Prophet in the building. Good to see you, boss. Good to see you. Black Prophet, look, I know what you about to ask me. But I ain't starting no trouble. I'm just having some fun. I asked 2 questions off rip. And you know how we do. We kind of like Blorangetears is kind of like the Knicks channel that'll push the envelope. Y'all can't see my hand. I was actually sliding my hand. That'll slide the envelope. You know what I'm saying? We'll push the envelope a little bit. You know what I mean? Blorange here, I don't owe nobody. I don't owe nothing to nobody, and nobody owe me nothing. So we'll slide the envelope a little bit. You know what I mean? Real King is in the building. I always, when Real King come in the door, I always feel like that MC, the one that be well dressed and get ready to announce a classy act. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ever saw that movie Get Up, where the light skinned dude is like introducing James Brown. You know what I'm saying? When Real King show up, that'd be me. Right? When Real King show up, you know what I'm saying? That'd be me right there. I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, audience members from worldwide, introducing the award-winning Real King. Put your hands together and tip your waitress. What's good, Real King? What's good? And then I just broke my microphone. My mic just came off the thing. God dog it, Real King. You see what you did? Real King coming here breaking stuff. Now I got to fix stuff during a live stream, Real King, just because of you. Now I got to fix stuff because of Real King. God dog it. But he liked that. Hey, Real King liked that intro though. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing. Real King is like, yo, this is like coffee for me, son. Yo, Andy Garcia is in the building. Black Rain, what's good? Black Rain, hey, Andy Garcia, don't you come in here arguing. You know what I'm saying? It's Wednesday before the draft, and all I'm gonna ask is, can't we all just get along? Andy Garcia. No, I'm just messing with Andy Garcia, man. Hey, good morning, bro. Good morning. Danny Lee is in the building. What's good? Primo is in the building. What's good? I see you. Cuz Kicks and Knicks is in the building. Yo, y'all ever notice that you rarely see Delano Steele Jr. and Uncle Freezy in the same place at the same time? Y'all ever notice that when I show my face, Delano Steele Jr. is not around, but when he show his face, Uncle Freezy ain't around? What's good? What's good? Cuts, Kicks, and Knicks. Thank you for that, bro. Y'all smash that like button. We trying to get popular like the cool kids. So y'all smash that like button so other people can find us. You know what I mean? We ain't quite like the cool kids yet, but we'll get there someday. We like to push the envelope a little bit. So you know, for a lot of people that they don't feel safe in that environment, we push out. Like, I'm asking you, is CAA taking over the Knicks again? Right? Block 53, 50. Block 53 in the building. 50 was good. Will Salkin in a place to be. What's good? Yo, so Saturday, me and Miss Mocha was out riding, right? It was just, you know what I'm saying? I think she had some shorts on, man. I was looking at her legs. The car was driving itself. You ever been driving like this? So anyway, I throw on Cully joint. And yeah, I was like, yo, this ain't even whack right here. Cully got talent, bro. I'm like, yo, Cully has talent. It kind of caught me off guard. Because, you know, you meet people and everybody, like, you meet people and everybody is like, yo, I'm the next such and such. And at first, you start believing everybody's the next such and such. Until after about the 100th time, you realize, yo, this ain't it. But Cully wasn't even whack. It was dope. So shout out to my man Cully for hosting the show and putting out dope content. Right? So I asked y'all two questions, right? I asked y'all two questions right off the rip. And I'm ready to go there this morning. Right? I'm ready. After Monday, I look back, I saw the thing. I was like, yeah, Monday, I just wasn't there into it, man. Some stuff going on. But after I watched Monday, I was like, yo, that ain't even fair. Let me holler at my people. Bro. So it's the reason why we did a 6-hour show yesterday. And the reason why I'm coming at y'all with sharp questions today. Right. I got another question for y'all. Right. I'm typing them down just so I can remember To make placeholders. You know what I'm saying? But so don't get me confused with working. I'm working, but I'm working for this show. Is the Knicks inability to trade up in this year's draft an indictment on the team's overall talent on the roster and assets? Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me. I'm gonna put points by it to make them stand out. Not numbers. There we go. Y'all heard me. Is the Knicks' inability to trade up in this year's draft an indictment on the team's overall talent on the roster and its assets? That's 3 questions that I asked y'all, right? That's 3 questions I asked, right? And I'm asking y'all in an honest fashion, right? I want to be honest with y'all. I want to have an honest conversation with part of people in the place to be. So y'all can tell me what it is that how y'all feel about what you've been seeing thus far. I asked you 3 questions, right? And this is what we're going to talk about on the show for a little bit. Is CAA taking over the Knicks again? Is Sharife Cooper the next Tony Parker? And is the Knicks' inability to trade up in this year's draft an indictment on the team's overall talent on the roster and its assets? And I know that's a lot to think about, but it's my job to give you a lot to think about as a Knicks fan. Because listen, at some point we have to stop saying, Uncle Freezy. This is me being random watcher, right? Uncle Freezy, long time listener, first time caller. Trade 1921 and Knox for the number 4 pick and take Jalen Suggs. Nah, bro, we can't. Yo, we can't have those conversations, bro. We got to have the real ones. We can't have those conversations. We're not having the Uncle Freezy at 21. We got to take Luka Garza. No, we're not having those conversations. We're not being ridiculous like that, bro. We push the envelope here, but we also have a standard. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all ready to be challenged as a Knicks fan? I'm ready to challenge y'all. Have it be fun, and I'm ready for y'all to challenge me. Bring it. Come on, let's go. Let's ride. Bad Mojo! What's good then? Julia Blum says, Garza for president. I know a trolling statement when I see it, right? But it's still funny. It's still funny. Real King says, what is Leon Rose doing? I'm going to get to that. Trust me, I am getting to that. These waters are good, bro. Block 50 says, let's go Knicks. Let's go. The front office is going to ruin their cap space from now on. Yep, I'm with you, Danny Lee. I'm with you. And Cully says, I need me some cold morning. Some cold morning. No, you don't. Cully says, I need me some cold water this morning. That's what I'm about to get, some water. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, man. Oh, there it is. We ain't about to have that. Take Luka Garza at 19. We ain't about to have that talk. There's another another topic that I want to kind of throw some cold water on also. And then I promise you, once I state this, we'll move on one topic at a time. All right. And that topic is, why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much? Why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much? Why? Why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much? What did Julius Randle do to a Knicks fan that had them say, well, I know he did it for 3 years in a row, but before we pay him $30 million a year, I need to see him do it another season. Bro, you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous and borderline stupid. Right? I know Julius Randle averaged 20 and 10 the last 3 seasons. I'm sorry. I know Julius Randle averaged 21 and 11 the last 3 seasons, but I need for him to do it again because I'm a Knicks fan. Oh, yeah? How about we name the power forwards that played here before Julius Randle? Right? How about we name them? Y'all want to name the power forwards before Julius Randle? How about we name the power forward that's here with him right now, Obi Toppin? Obi Toppin averaged 4 and 2. Julius Randle averaged 24 and 11. And yet we I need to see Julius Randle do it one more time. How about we see Obi Toppin do it ever? How about we see Obi Toppin do it ever first before we see Julius Randle do it for a 4th time? Or maybe Obi Toppin is not fair because he's a 23-year-old rookie. So it wouldn't be fair to compare him to Julius Randle. What about Bobby Portis? I know we love Bobby Portis after the fact because he got a ring with the Bucks, but while he was here, we was killing Bobby Portis. Trust me, I know. I'm in the Twitter thread. I saw y'all killing Bobby Portis, who I like, by the way. I like Bobby Portis, right? I liked him here, and I like what he did for us, right? Right? How about, here goes something sweet. Delano Steele Jr. says, Zach Randolph, David Lee, Amara Stoudemire come to mind. Well, first of all, that was like 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago for some of them, right? And Amari Stoudemire didn't do that consistently. Amari Stoudemire wasn't 20 and 10. Stoudemire averaged 20 and 10 for 37 games. And after that, it was all downhill. Right? Zach Randolph did that one season. David Lee did that 2 seasons, and 1 season he made the All-Star team. Julius Randle, hey, Ryan Green was good. Yeah, why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much? Why? Why? Why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much? I mean, it's borderline psychotic. I know he did it 3 times in a row, Uncle Freezy, with no help. But I need to see it one more time with help. So wait a minute, you telling me he could do it without help, but then you get him help and he can't do it? Are you kidding me? Come on, psycho Knicks fans. I know y'all psycho. I know y'all psycho, and I embrace that. Oh, hold on. Paris Duggar is in the building. Paris Duggar was good. Michael Mitchell was good. Was good. So these are the topics, man. I had planned out for us. I kind of wanted to stretch them out, but the draft is tomorrow, and so I know tomorrow we're gonna talk all draft. So instead of just stretching these things out to whenever, eternity, you know what I'm saying? I want to chop it up with y'all and get y'all thoughts. Right? Decius Thomas is in the building. Decius Thomas says, Randle is a supervisor, not a director. He is a help. He does not need help. Oh, geez. Here we go. Nah, bro. Nah. Y'all wrong. Bro, just admit you wrong on Randle and love him. I'm here to tell you, one day, the number 30 is going to get retired, and it won't be for Bernard King. And y'all are going to be sour grapes. Yeah. Yo, Julius Randle's son, Kalen, that dude is going to be, he's going to be a 7-footer. But anyway, he going to be all grown up out there crying, standing with his pops. Like, pops, I never thought we'd see the day when your number get retired in the Garden. And Julius Randle, I'm telling you, if the Knicks, I'm here to tell you, if the Knicks make the NBA Finals with Randle, and he put up about 6 more years like this, his number going in the sky. And I know y'all can't stand it, but it's gonna happen. Eli M, salute, bro. Will Salkin says, Randle's attitude with the refs and how he treats the teammates when he's in his emotions gives me pause of handing out supermaxes to Randle. Nah, bro. My man is... Y'all be killing me with it. Bro, he is fighting for his respect. He is fighting for his respect, not just around the league, but with everybody. Julius Randle is fighting for respect every night. And y'all see it one way, and I see it another. People don't respect Randle. That's why he complains to the refs all the time. He like, refs, I'm coming out here getting mugged, and y'all don't give me star calls. I'm a star. Right? Come on, bro. You got to give. Can somebody please give Randle's? Can somebody please put some respect on that man's name? Bro, he's a 20-10 every night, and he get treated like he a 10-5 every night. Obi Toppin get better calls than Julius Randle. Come on, bro. And as a Knicks fan base, we should be supporting Randle. Like, yo, you know that's a foul. Like that. The example. The Philly game where Julius Randle boxed out Tobias Harris after some clown missed a shot, and all the Knicks had to do was get the Nerlens Noel grabbed the rebound and fell out of bounds. And they didn't call a foul against Nerlens Noel either. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? Y'all remember the Philly game in Philly? Y'all remember? Don't act like you don't. They called a foul on Julius Randle against Tobias Harris. Who? Tobias Harris. Who in the hell is Tobias Harris? You gonna call a foul under a minute left to go in the game on two people boxing out? They boxing out each other, and you gonna call a foul on Randle when you watched? Now, mind you, they didn't blow the whistle until Nerlens Noel grabbed the rebound and was pushed out of bounds. These are facts. They did not blow the whistle until Nerlens Noel grabbed the rebound and was shoved out of bounds. The referee then blew the whistle and called it on 30. And everybody was stunned, like, what? You gonna call Julius Randle for that? When boxing out is a part of basketball? That's like calling a foul on somebody for shooting a three. I blew the whistle. This guy over here is shooting 3-pointers. I know it's a part of the game, but you can call a foul on Julius Randle for boxing out. And then y'all complain about Julius Randle complaining to the refs. Right? Oh, I got two more. Y'all talking about Julius Randle complaining to the refs. What about in Portland? Julius Randle is in his defensive position. A Trailblazer knocks Julius Randle's arm into a guy. They called a foul against Randle and later apologized after the game. And yet, here we are. Randle complained to the refs too much. Bro, come on. Come on, bro. Y'all got, come on. Come on. Come on, bro. And yet, we like Randle complained to the refs too much. Come on, man. What are we doing? Give Randle some respect. Put some respect on Julius Randle's name. What kind of franchise has fans that hate the best player? Y'all don't see how bizarro this is? In LA, right? The LA fans, they love LeBron, Kawhi, Paul George, and Anthony Davis. They love Alex Caruso, bro, in LA. They call him the White Mamba, right? In New York, the nickname for our star is No Handle Randle. Bro, in LA, the fans, they call Alex Caruso White Mamba, right? It's funny. It's funny because it's endearing. No, they don't mean nothing by it. It's a fan base thing. They love Alex Caruso, but in New York, we call our best player No Handle Randle. That's us, right? I see G-Man for life is in the building. That dude don't get no sleep. That man don't get no sleep. He burned the candle at both ends for real. Right? Right? G-Man for life. Shout out to G-Man for life, right? But here's the thing. With our guy, with our best player, we show nothing but hate, right? And then we're like, for somebody else's guy, how in the world do we say, no handle Randle? Randle need to do it one more year. And then be like, on the other hand, Uncle Freezy, trade everything for Damian Lillard, please. Bro, what's going on? I got to bring some people up here so I can get another side of this argument, right? I got to bring some people up here so I can get another side of this argument, right? But here is what I want to talk to y'all about also. Is the Knicks' inability to trade up in this year's draft an indictment on the team's overall talent on the roster and its assets? And I say yes. Right? Is it an indictment on our assets? And I say yes. And here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Because listen, in a rebuild, every team's gonna have a starting point, right? Everybody's got a start over point. You got to burn it to the ground and start all over, right? It happens. I'm not saying, I'm not telling you that the Knicks should have an abundance of assets. What I'm telling you is, Danny Lee, you read my mind. Danny Lee, that's why you my man, my mellow. Danny Lee, that's exact. I don't know how you knew this is what I was getting at, right? Because the question is the Knicks' inability to trade up in this year's draft an indictment on the team's overall talent on the roster and its assets? And I say yes. But it's not an indictment on R.J. Barrett or Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. It's not an indictment on the cap space that's available. It's not even an indictment on the draft picks. 19, 21, 32, 58, 2 in 2020, 2 in 2023 first round, and 6 in the 2023 second round. It's not an indictment on that. Because all rebuilds have to start somewhere, right? And see, there was a notion that the rebuild started with Kristaps Porzingis. Nah, we just wasn't good. We weren't rebuilding. We just wasn't no good. And you can't rebuild without a developmental staff and a coaching staff that's committed to winning. You can't. And I know y'all gonna say, committed to winning, a rebuild, you're going to be tanking. No. You're not supposed to be committed to tanking in a rebuild. Because what you're doing by tanking is pouring gasoline on an already out of control fire. You don't tank. Tanking is not what you do. Tanking is what small market teams do because they can't sign premier free agents. So they have to draft their own stars. Pierre Moise, good. What's good? Shout out to Haiti, 1805. What's good? Block 53 says, yeah, it started with them Fizz kids. It's time to win ball games. Yeah, hey man, I'm here to tell you that the rebuild started when as soon as Leon Rose signed his name on a dotted line, that's when the rebuild started. Officially. Because the clowns that were in place before, they didn't know how to rebuild. Oh, hey, it was good. Yeah, Will Salkin, you right. So we missed on Knox and Frank. And we feeling the effects of it. That's why it seems like a rebuild. But if we'd have hit, think about this. If we'd have hit on Knox and Frank, right? we would not be talking rebuild right now, right? Would we? Think about if Frank was the point guard in the future, or I'm sorry, if Frank back then was the point guard of the future, in the present, we wouldn't be needing a point guard. We'd be talking about giving Frank a rookie contract extension. If we hit on Knox right now, we'd be talking about picking up his option next year and seeing how we can extend them. Right? Right now, we wouldn't have any needs because Frank is a point guard. I'm saying if you're speaking to real time back then, I know that's like you can't be real time and back then at the same time, but y'all get what I'm saying. If we had hit on Frank, who's a point guard or was a point guard, and Knox, who was a small forward, we would not be having this conversation about who we need to draft. We should be talking about how we lost to Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, just for an example. Right? But the rebuild starts now. And for those that don't think we're in a rebuild because we made the playoffs, you are sadly mistaken. You have to look at the entire picture. We have to look at the entire picture, right? We can't just say, we made the playoffs, so we're a championship contender. No, we're not. How are you a championship contender and you don't know who your second best player is? We assume that it's RJ and it's going to be RJ, right? But you don't know that for certain. Do you? Y'all know I'm a Barrettier, right? I'm a Barrettier. I love RJ Barrett, right? Since day one, I have been a Barrettier. Since day one. I remember telling Simeon Russell, hey, trade Joakim Noah and everything else and go get RJ Barrett. Right? So I got another topic that I want to talk about real quick, and then I got to put people in the chat because I got to hear y'all side of this stuff. And this right here is for G-Man for life. G-Man for life. G-Man for life. I know he in here somewhere, right? Is Sharife Cooper the next Tony Parker? Right? Let me look back to see where Tony Parker was drafted. Tony Parker. Tony Parker. Man, Tony Parker is little. Tony Parker is little, bro. Tony Parker is little. They have him listed as 6'2". But Tony Parker could get to that basket, boy. Danny Lee says, Danny Lee, thank you for the super chat platter. This front office bought us from the lottery to the 4th seed in 1 year. Trust them. Bem. Primo says Sharife Cooper equals Jared Butler. I don't know about that. I think they play different style games. But if you look at the style of play, Sharife Cooper and Tony Parker are very similar at this age, at 19. I'm not saying that they'll be similar once Sharife Cooper get 25, 30, 35. Right now, and don't y'all be coming at me with this, oh, but Tony Parker used to be able to shoot. Nah, Tony Parker wasn't no shooter. Listen, Don't even, man, miss me with the hey, Miss Mocha, what is it when you look back at history and you could, and oh yeah, revisionist history. Yeah. Don't be coming at me with revisionist history like, oh yeah, Tony Parker could shoot the three. Tony Parker couldn't shoot nothing. And Sharif Cooper's the same way. Right? Think about what we're saying. Tony Parker's jump shot was broken. It wasn't even reliable until like 10 seasons in. I remember Tony Parker for three was a joke. Like it was legit, like the punchline. Like, what do you get when you mix Tony Parker's three-pointer? Ha 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 ha. Bro, what I'm saying is don't act like Tony Parker used to be able to shoot. Because Tony Parker was just that guy that could get to the basket and finish and shoot a lot of free throws. And it reminds me of Sharif Cooper. Right? Right? And I know y'all gonna say, because a lot of times when you hear stuff, that our first instinct is to disagree. But on this one, I think we should really think about what it is. Think about this comparison. Not for the sake of me just being right, but think about this. What happens if we draft this generation's Tony Parker? What if we draft this generation's Tony Parker? T. Williams says, trade Julius Randle to move up. T. Williams, come on, bro. Come on. Are you legit telling me trade Julius Randle to move up to draft Chris Duarte? Is that what we're saying? Trade Julius Randle so that we can move up and get Moses Moody. Come on, y'all. Come on, party people. What we doing? Come on, man. The hate for Julius Randle is unreasonable. Trade Julius Randle so that we can move up and get Usman Garuba. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, here's one, and I still think it's unreasonable. Trade Randle for a top 5 pick so we can get Jonathan Kuminga. Trade Julius Randle so we can get Jonathan Kuminga. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better. I gotta do better than that. Bring it. Bring your heat. Bring your heat. Come on. Get that energy up and bring that heat. Tony Parker was drafted number 28 overall in 2001. Right? They have him listed at 6'2", and I don't quite remember Tony Parker being that tall. But, you know. But what if we draft this generation's Tony Parker? Now what? Right? Because people will say stuff like, the draft is never deep. Ain't enough players in the draft. Ain't no point guards in the draft and blah, blah, blah. Right? Yo, Stafford Don is in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah, I figure they trolling. But let me hit this one topic one more time, and then we'll do the business. Right? Is CAA taking over the Knicks again? Is CAA taking over the Knicks again? Stephadon says, "Hey, blessed morning, Uncle Freezy. What going on, brethren? What's good?" That's Patois, in case y'all don't know. So, Decius Thomas says, past season, but he was benched after he was shooting 59%. Gave up playing time for Bullock, Obi, RJ. Bullock probably gone. Obi is this management first, and is a 23-year-old rookie. RJ is Xavier Knox's. I don't know. Real King says Leon Rose is not a team builder at best. He's a cap guy that's good with numbers. Hey, Murphy says, greetings and blessings. CAA Ben had control of the Knicks. I know. I know, but here's the thing. There were some things done that was mad greasy, and I'm frustrated by it. And I don't want to see these things happen again. Right? I'm gonna isolate this just so I can touch back up on it. CAA and those in place had the Knicks sign. Oh, I'm sorry. Had the Knicks sign a dude named Chris Smith, right? And off top, that sounds as if, hey, a dude named Chris Smith. So what? Chris Smith was trash. And we all knew Chris Smith was trash. At every level, Chris Smith was trash. But he was J.R. Smith's little brother. So you know what that means? Yo, you got to sign my little brother, man. You got to sign my little brother to a contract, help with my family. Because if you don't, I'm not signing here. Right? He like, yo, if you don't sign my little brother, I ain't signing. It was J.R. Smith that valuable to us? Yes, he was. I got Nexus in the building. Elton Lee was good. Elton Lee says Tony Parker is a Hall of Famer. Are we saying Cooper has Hall of Fame potential? Hey, Elton Lee. Tony Parker at 19 years old was not a Hall of Famer. I'm just saying. Let's keep things in perspective, bro. Let's keep things in. Let's have some perspective when doing a comparison. I'm comparing a 19-year-old Tony Parker to a 19-year-old Sharif Cooper. Right? That's what I'm saying. Just some perspective. Hey, so Chief says if you're not CAA, probably not being drafted tomorrow by the Knicks. Yep, I agree. Is it wrong? Yes, because it's the equivalent of a East Coast, West Coast beef. Cats got to pick sides when they come out of school. They got to pick sides now, right? Right. Then now when you come out, you got to pick sides, bro. Yo, you gonna be up the street or down the street? Which one you gonna be? You gonna be with the up the street cats or the down the street cats? And cats and dudes just like, I just want to walk the street. Nah, ain't no walking no street. Ain't no walking no street. Because either you gonna be with us or you gonna be with them. And the West Coast cats, clutch, have the Lakers. Right? It basically is going to be, right now, it looks as if, are you clutch or CAA? And if you caught in the middle, if you choose the middle catch, you going to wind up making your way towards one or the other. Because there ain't no life in the middle. Life in the middle is pressure from both sides. Life in the middle is pressure from both sides. So you got to make a choice. Which choice are you making? And these dudes are 19, 20, 21, making life decisions like, I just want to play basketball. Nah, it ain't just about no playing basketball. Because if you clutch, the Knicks ain't drafting you. And guess what? If you CAA, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I mean. Decius Thomas says RJ went 1 for 27 from 3 and was benched. Knox pulled a rebound and went coast to coast and got benched. Knox is an offensive player. He was drafted as a project. He not a bust. His college coach said for you, yeah, I don't trust Calipari, bro. Don't get me started with Calipari, man. I don't trust Calipari. Calipari makes snake oil salesmen look like saints. Calipari makes David Fizdale look like a priest. Right? Calipari is all types of salesmen. You know what I mean? So every time I hear that about what Calipari said, the first thing I think about, every time I think Calipari, I'm like, yo, how did he not turn UMass into a powerhouse? Right? How did you not turn UMass into a powerhouse when you had what's it? Travieso. Let me look it up. Let me look up the 1995 UMass Minutemen. 1995 UMass Minutemen basketball roster. Ah, yeah, Edgar Padilla, Dana Dingle, Dante Bright. Oh my goodness, they were deep, man. Marcus Camby, Travieso. Oh, that team was deep, bro. Oh, that team was deep. Y'all remember Edgar Padilla? Carmelo Travieso? Oh, that team was deep. Man, that team was so good, man. How did that team not win multiple championships? I will never know. I could never understand why Calipari would get these deep teams and not be able to win the big one. It's because his side hustle kept him up late at night. selling snake oil because he is a recruiter and not an X's and O's guy. So when I hear Calipari say something about a guy, I'm like, nah, I don't trust him. I don't trust Calipari when it comes to basketball. I didn't trust Roy Williams. I didn't trust Roy Williams when it came to basketball. If he said, this guy such and such and such, and I'd be like, nah, Roy, if you were recruiting, I could dig it. You know. But just a random, nah, you know. T. Williams said the Spurs covered up Tony Parker's flaws very well. They did that. They did. Alton Lee says John Chaney didn't like what Cal and Sonny Vaccaro was doing. That's why he never liked Cal. Right. They funneled players to certain schools. The recruiting was not fair. And I ain't getting ready to get on recruiting and all that stuff. You know. But the one thing you can say about Calipari is he will get kids rich. Because Kevin Knox is rich, bro. But he really did nothing in the league. But he rich. Alton Lee says Bill Self is a much better coach. Yeah, I like cats like Bill Self. Dudes that can do X's and O's. Right? I don't even like Rick Pitino, bro. I don't even like Rick Pitino. I don't even. Yo, Il Maddox is in the building. Il Maddox was good. What's good? Il Maddox in the building, man. Our brother. What's good with you? Yo, hey, we got to find some people, yo. Froze up there for a second. Y'all trying to figure out what was going on. Let me see here. I hope I'm not having tech difficulties. Oh, there we go. There we go. We good. Hey, thank you for that, Bricks Nation. 21-22 NBA regular season will begin October 19th. The draft set for June 23rd. There we go. Just trying to see if I can find the source for that. Let me do something right quick. Hold on. All right. We back. Delano Steele. AD was good. Was good. Yo, they ain't joining the chat. I'm going to have the video chat to myself. I like this. Anton Nicholas was good. Was good. I kind of like having this chat to myself, yo. When it comes to this spotlight, I don't know if I'm feeling this sharing thing. I kind of like it. I get to go on a rant and thank you. I get to go on my rants uninterrupted. I kind of like this. Brother Shaquille Sunflowers in the building. What's good? What's good? So Bleacher Report puts out a thing. The front runners for Ben Simmons are the Heat, Raptors, and Wizards. Man, so what? I'm at a point. I know the Knicks don't have enough to get these guys. So what? I'm not even sweating it. I ain't even sweating it, y'all. I ain't even sweating it. Yo, DSJ says, making breakfast right now. Nah, no. I'm not trying to get y'all to come up. What I'm saying is, I kind of like this being interrupted thing. I kind of like being up here by myself. I kind of like it. I get to just chop it up. I can get used to this. But yo, let me run this real quick. All right? I'm gonna run this real quick.
Your man, G-Man for life.
And this is your boy, the one and only Cornerstone Kev, aka Star Child, and we're the hosts of the hit YouTube show, The Pod Couple.
Hey, please tune in on every Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, at 6:30. We'll be here to get you the latest buzz, rumors, gossip, and opinions on our beloved New York Knicks. There will be laughs and surprises.
But no tears. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and turn on the notification bell, and share this on social media and spread the word.
Again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you there.
And please say a prayer for us, because I don't know how I can deal with this guy right
There
here.
we go, ad lib.
Really
See, this is what happens when we ad lib,
That was
right?
pretty good.
Yo, so if you like joints like this, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Continue to help us grow. Afro the Jedi, what's good? What's good? Sam Holt is in the building. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be wild. Tomorrow is gonna be wild. Julian Blum laughing. I know what he's laughing at, bro. But with the pod couple, bro, it's like that 24/7. It's like that 24/7 with the pod couple. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, guys, can we be serious for a few minutes? And he like, nah. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. The pod couple is dope, y'all. The pod couple is dope. You know, we're gonna tighten up. We're gonna make sure the shows be better. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure the shows be better and you know what I'm saying, tighten up some technical stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that we can be like one of the big boys. Rod Tucker, what's good? What's good? So, Jonathan Macri from Knicks Film School will be in. I'm not for sure if it's this week or next week. It'll probably be next week sometime. You know what I'm saying, when he come on. You know, I've been chatting with him. So it'll probably be next week sometime. So, but we'll have Macri on. You know, Macri's a friend of the show, right? So where are the likes at? Let me check to see where the likes are at, right? Make sure I'm doing my job. How'd y'all enjoy Cully last night, man? So we were at 40 likes, 41 likes, and 1 dislike. Man, y'all smash that like button for your man. You know, we trying to do the best we can, putting this content out here for everybody. We trying to do this for y'all. Right? Let's see what we at. Yeah, man. Y'all smash that like button. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love too, by the way. So DSJ says Cully was a fantastic host yesterday. Yeah, man. Shout out to Cully for doing this thing, man. Yeah, Cully just jumped in. He jumped in the catbird seat. Saying to hold it down. He just wanted to try it, and I think he did pretty good. So he did last night's, and he'll do the Knicks at Night podcast draft edition joint. Him and G-Man for Life will be together for that. I think that'll be dope also. I think that'll be dope also. Today, some breaking news for the channel. You know what? I should have did that better. Hold on. Let me do that better. What I should do is when I say breaking news, what I should do is have the snail crawl along the bottom. Breaking news. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning on the fly just like everybody else. That's me. That was awful. Just bear with me right quick, y'all. I'm gonna do something real quick. I have to do it on my phone. I don't know why I can't do it on the joint, but I'm gonna do it on my phone just to make sure it's dope. Bear with me, y'all. I'm coming. There we go. I have to do it on my phone. So, there we go. All right. So breaking news for the blorangetears channel, not the Knicks stuff. Breaking news. Knicks versus is back. So I am taping a Knicks versus episode today with my homeboy from the original Knicks Twitter thread, Woodshed 1914. And I'm very excited about that. He is one of the people in Knicks universe that I've been trying to get onto blorangetears to do some stuff. So I'm going to do Knicks versus with Woodshed 1914. We're going to be recording that today, man. I'm super excited. So that's breaking news for the blorangetears channel. Right? G-Man, what's good?
What's good, my brother?
Man, I'm Gucci. How about you?
Hey, I'm living the life. As I always say, every day above ground is a great day. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no better than that. But
every day above ground.
Let's address the elephant in the room right now. See, this is what happened, ladies and gentlemen, when you leave Uncle Freezer to his own design, and
right.
and these are the conversations that we have to have. You know,
right.
Real, true, down and dirty, to thought-provoking questions, right?
Right.
So you know, you got to think about put the question in context, and then develop your own decision. right? Or your own opinion. I should say that.
Right. Right.
But you know, so you asked a couple. You asked 3 thought-provoking questions. So I'm gonna start with: does the CAA are they taking over the Knicks?
Right.
I would say this. I would say any organization that you go into, any successful organization, is always about building relationships, right?
Right.
So if I have the inside scoop on Joe Blow down the street, and I know he's going to be a dedicated employee, then that's who I'm going after. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of going after somebody that I got to worry about if he's going to show up week 2, because week one is orientation, right? That's when you come in. We teach you all the stuff you're going to be responsible for doing, and you may be a little bit overwhelmed. And on week 2, you don't show up. Now I got to start over again.
Right.
I ain't trying to do that. That's not how you be successful. It's really not. But I would say that if I got the inside track on somebody that can make my organization better, why would I not hire that person?
I don't know why that makes sense in any scenario. If you want to make your organization better,
I'm just saying, you know, and then we talk about, and so what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to try to remove my Sharif Cooper bias, right? I'm going to take that out of there.
Oh, boy. I thought we were talking about CAA.
We are.
Talking about Sharif Cooper? Okay.
We are.
Okay.
But this is how I'm going to tie the two together, right? So I'm not sure if Sharif Cooper is CAA or not.
Right.
But like I said, if I can count on an individual to come in and do what he's hired to do, why would I not hire that person? If I'm spending my money and I'm paying you a salary.
Is Sharif Cooper Clutch Sports?
I don't know.
Because if he Clutch Sports,
that's an excellent question. An excellent question. And I don't know the answer to that question.
oh, look who stepped in the building. Danny Landis is in the building. What's good? What's good? And so, hey, y'all. So y'all asked me about some people that hadn't been here in a while. I'm not for sure. The only thing I can assume is that cats' lives get busy and they just have other stuff going on.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, so people get busy with stuff, bro, and sometimes it takes you away from the casual stuff you're doing just because you be busy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not for sure, but it ain't about beef or nothing like that. It's just, you know, like whatever. Like it's like, you know, the cats get busy and then it is what it is.
Hey, you got to think about it like this, right? So, oh my man, D Wade in the building. What's going on?
I'm getting ready for the cube.
But ladies and gentlemen, you got to think about it like this, right? I know, you know, we got loyal listeners and subscribers here, and we thank you for all that, right? But some days you can't get on because you got something that comes up in life that takes precedence over watching the morning drive, right?
Right.
So,
right.
And that's the same with the people that you see on the panel. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these guys don't want to be here, but they have other things going on in life. You know? Cooper is Lifestyle Agency Pro. Okay. All right. That's good news. At least he's not Clutch Sports.
At least he ain't Clutch, so there's a chance. So you saying there's a chance.
So I'm keeping hope alive. And hey, and D Wade, it has nothing to do with his sister. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
Hold on, Uncle Freezy.
yes, sir.
Have you seen Tia Cooper?
Yes.
Sergeant Nick.
Yes, sir.
What was that conversation you was having yesterday?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
What I said was that. So last night, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, was the first time I saw Tia Cooper. Right. So my let's say my want to have Sharif come to the team had nothing to do with his sister. However, I wouldn't be mad if that's if that's a byproduct of him coming to the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Right. I would get me some box seats and invite the young lady and learn more about the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? It'll be an educational experience. Imagine that. Education at the same time you watch the basketball. See what I'm saying? That's how that works.
Right. No doubt.
The only education I'm trying to figure out is why did she end up getting with Dwight Howard to begin with?
Right.
The second thing I want to know is, never mind. We're it's too early in the morning for that.
Right. People always say opposites attract. I'm telling you, and you know, because these guys are NBA players, then their lives are a little bit more out for the public consumption. But people make bad decisions every day. People get married and divorced in 24 hours. Give me a second. I gotta take this call, guys.
And clearly they did too.
Yes.
Right, no doubt. But bro, I said something about Sharif Cooper, and I think it may be fair and unfair at the same time. See, I think it's fair to compare Sharif Cooper at 19 to Tony Parker at 19 because their skill sets at the same age seem to be, in my opinion, similar. Right? At the same age. I'm not talking about age 27 Tony Parker versus age 19 Sharif Cooper. Right? Right. What I'm saying is can this dude get to the basket and finish? Right? Yes, he can get to the basket and finish. Can he play make from the point guard position? Yes. Is defense an issue? Yes. Is size an issue? Yes. Can he shoot? Is shooting an issue? Yes. Right. And then when you move from Tony Parker and start talking about Sharif Cooper, you ask the same questions. Is size an issue with Sharif Cooper? Yes. Can Sharif Cooper get to the basket at will? Yes. Can he play make going to the basket? Yes. Is defense an issue? Yes. So when you weigh all these things, bro, it's like one of those situations where the comparisons are there. Are they uncanny comparisons? Maybe not. But you could say you could compare the two 19-year-olds to each other.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
Right. Right. So what do you think? Do you think it's a fair comparison? Or do you think one guy at 19 is better than the other guy at 19?
Well, I think the fixation was his ability to play make was more Chris Paul-esque.
Right.
So I think the focus was always the comparison to Chris Paul under those circumstances.
Right.
Tony Parker was serviceable as a playmaker, but again, I think he just worked well in the system,
right,
as opposed to where the natural ability of Sharif Cooper as a playmaker is evident.
Right.
So that aspect of his game, I think Cooper's already better than what Tony Parker eventually became. The size thing, I mean, you can't help that. There's no helping that. The shooting aspect, that's the interesting thing, because when you look at Sharif Cooper's shots, the issue is when he shoots from the perimeter, he has a lean that honestly I think is fixable with a little bit of time and what I'm saying, again, just one-on-one with the shooting coach.
Right.
So I think that he'll have an opportunity to probably be a little bit better than Parker. But again, it just depends on two things. One, his work ethic. Two, the system that he's in.
Right.
But I don't think it's an unfair situation to compare the two.
Okay.
And in the end, you'd love to have somebody that plays like Tony Parker, because when it came down to it, Tony Parker got you championships.
Yes. And Tibbs prefers a point guard that can penetrate a defense, get in the paint, and Sharif Cooper can do that.
Now, here's the question I want to pose.
Okay.
Under those circumstances,
Right.
Is it better to have a point guard that can penetrate in the paint, or would you prefer a point guard that can space the floor?
My preference is a point guard that can penetrate the paint.
Okay.
With this team. With this team.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because the offense is one that's going to be a high post up offense with ISOs, right? And when Randle is off the floor, it's going to be pick and roll heavy with athletes that can shoot, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have a guard that can play both, that can do both.
Well, in that case, run it back.
Run it back.
Bring back Elfrid Payton. 3 years, $60 million.
Yeah, nah, man, he ain't taking that. He wants some bread. What you talking about? What you talking about?
60 million?
Yeah, he trying to get that per year. NBA record. He trying to get an NBA record.
China don't pay that much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. So I'm saying though, when it comes to the Sharif Cooper comps, I hadn't heard one close. I don't think he's Chris Paul yet. I compared him to Chris Paul, right? But Chris Paul at 19 was so raw. I think he was more raw than Sharif Cooper. So I think Sharif Cooper at 19 was better than Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
Chris Paul at 21, light years ahead of anything Sharif Cooper will be. You know what I'm saying? Something clicked in Chris Paul that turned him into a generational player. Right? Hey, Duke,
right.
What's good? So let me get back. So I have some questions, man. I have about 5 of them, right? That I've been pondering, that I've been wanting to spread out. But since the draft is tomorrow, I know we're going to talk all draft all day. Right? We may have to do a mock draft tomorrow, just to whet the appetite for what's coming up later that day. Right? But here's my question to you though. Why do Knicks fans hate Julius Randle so much?
because of that first season.
Oh my
you
God.
asked, and it is. I'll be honest, it is that cut and dry. I think it had everything to do with his inaugural season as a Knick,
Right.
and it was a lot of those games where you'd have close games, and he'd have key turnovers at those points. Those 20 and 10 stats felt empty because at the end of the day, it didn't equate to winning, which is the one thing that I've always said
Right.
when it comes down to players like DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, it's great that you could give me 25 points and 13 rebounds and maybe a block or two every now and then. But when your record is like, 22 and 60, I don't care.
Right.
Right. And I think that's the biggest thing when it comes down to players like Randle. When it came down to his first season, you wanted some level of success, and I guess to a degree we did get it because we got 4 more wins than the previous season.
Right.
But you paid a guy $17 million, and I think out of those games that was played, he contributed maybe 5 or 6 of those winning games.
Right.
As far as leading the team towards those wins.
Bro, but y'all killing me though, because you can't. I mean, I guess you can, but to say losing left a bad taste in Knicks fans' mouth when the Knicks were a loser before Randle even got here is crazy.
Well,
right?
Not really, and I'll tell you why. And it's funny, right? Because I still dislike the Houston Rockets since '94.
Right.
Like Elijah Wan is not a part of that organization anymore. Mad Max is not wreaking havoc. Neither is Sam Cassell.
Right.
Kenny Smith is now an analyst on TNT.
Right.
And for some reason, anytime I see Houston playing, I scowl.
Right.
I loved every bit of R.J. Barrett's game-winning basket on March 2nd, 2020 against the Houston Rockets.
Right.
I actually replayed that game at least 7 times after that game is played.
Right. And you know what? And let me bring in my guy. Yo, what's good?
Freezy.
What's good, boss?
Salute, AD.
Good morning, DSJ. What's going on, my brother? Good morning to y'all. Freezy.
Yo.
I see you start these topics in because you want to pull me in, right? You want to break the fact that I'm out here getting my exercise, I'm getting my big sexy on, and you want to start these conversations with, well, why do Knicks fans dislike Julius Randle? Like, can you stop it, Freezy? Freezy, the man had a compiling first season with us. He was trash that first season. How can you ask such a question, my brother? How? Why?
Okay. So he had good stats in a year where a team didn't make the playoffs, right? Yeah, that's what you're saying. His history
Yes!
history only records the numbers, right? So they're recording his stats and the Knicks win-loss record. Right? That's right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bro, okay. All right. I'm just gonna ride with that, bro, because I feel y'all. I feel y'all on your non-love for Julius Randle. AD, you still there? And we lost AD, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was looking for a, where is it? I was looking for something and I think I missed it.
I guess AD said, listen, I made my point, and that's all I needed to do.
And he bounced, huh? Yeah. Where is it? I had a number here that I was looking for because I wanted to share it with him. I wanted to share. Here it is. We had a guy. So what I'm saying is, so we had a guy that put up numbers in 1981, right? He put up basically 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, if I can remember it right. And the team was trash. Bro, 27 and 7 for a guard.
Right.
Hey, Poppy, what's good?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Hey,
Top of the morning.
You look like you got some sleep. You look like you got some sleep, man. What's happening?
3 hours is all I need. I'm not gonna be on long, but I just wanted to touch base on the Randle topic.
Right.
It has to be said that most Knicks fans show more mercy to guys that they draft.
Oh, good point. I didn't even think about that.
Frank Ntilikina has like an 8-year rope. But like Frank scores 4 points in a game, and everyone is like, "Oh yeah, he's right now."
Right.
But then Julius Randle could have 45, and we'll be like, "We lost."
Right.
You know, like, I mean, even RJ Barrett gets a pass a lot of the time because, of course, we drafted him.
Right.
You know, that's a big thing. Like, we can't just pass that over because sometimes when guys are drafted by the Knicks, man, we just give them that pass, and it's unfortunate to Randle.
Right.
I mean, unless like you count Jeremy Lin too, where we grab them off the scrap heap and they come in off the G League.
Right.
So those are the only kind of guys that we actually show mercy to.
Right. I feel you. I feel you. I give you an example. Right. We grabbed a dude named Anthony Mason off the scrap heap. Right. He would. Portland would bring him in and cut him. Bring him in and cut him. Bring him in and cut him. He fit exactly what Portland was doing at the time. Portland had size all over the court, right? Clifford Robinson, Jerome Kersey, Clyde Drexler. They had size all over the court, right? All over the court. Portland had size everywhere. Anthony Mason, Evergreen G, what's good?
Peace.
So they had size all over the court, right? And the Knicks grabbed him off the scrap heap, and he is a forever fan favorite, right? Mm-hmm. But then when you look at Anthony Mason's numbers, you like, well, he ain't really even, you know, Anthony Mason, when you look at his career numbers, you like, he a fan favorite because he left it all out on the court. He played hard, right? Mm-hmm. And we love Mace, right? And still do. Rest in peace. But when you look at his numbers, you like, how do we love this dude so much? And he didn't really put up like earth-shattering numbers. I don't even know if he holds any Knicks record, right?
He doesn't.
Like for instance, John Starks held the record for the most 3-pointers made by a Knick, right? So he's got some random record. Anthony Mason don't have any records, but we hold Mace in such high esteem that you can't say anything you can't say nothing to me about Anthony Mason without offending me because I love Anthony Mason. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Julius Randle put up 21 and 10 3 consecutive years, or averaged 21-10 or 21-11 over 3 seasons, and Knicks fans are like, one more time, I ain't giving them the bag. You can get 21-11 from anywhere.
So Freezy, let me add something real quick based off what you were saying. So there's one big reason as to why we, kind of give these players in a draft a pass as opposed to players that we trade and acquire, and that's based off of the expectation. The expectation is when we get a player via some type of trade acquisition, the expectation is that they're ready, right?
Right.
So, but because they're supposed to be ready, we have this expectation that they're going to produce immediately. That's why we traded for them, or that's why we signed them. But we know that we're getting these players that are coming into the league that are at the age of 18, 19, 20, right, that they still need to develop. So when you look at a player like Frank, when you look at a player like, unfortunately, that's the case with Toppin, and even with Emmanuel Quickly, it's like we know that these players are still in a developmental stage. If they just so happen to exceed the basic expectation that we have for them, then they would go so far as to be, damn near gods. We haven't had that really in 20 years since, since Charlie Ward, right? So we haven't had that. So when you get a player like Julius Randle that comes in, right, regardless of who was the one that was in charge of the trade coming to us, whether it was Mills, whether it was Perry, we have this expectation that we're going to get this guy that's going to produce for us, right? That's going to not necessarily take us to the promised land, but at least get us further than where we were at. You look at season 1, everyone was upset because we were damn near in the same exact position that we were without him. Right. We had all of these journeyman power forwards. We got rid of the better power forward that we had and still expected for Julius Randle to be the guy that still take us to the promised land. Obviously, that didn't work. That didn't work at all, right? But then you still have a guy like Frank Ntilikina that's still, is coming off the bench and, he's not really starting. He's not really giving you that production. But the hope is still there because you look at what the possible vision was for the front office, i.e. Phil Jackson or whoever we're going to have continuing going forward over the next 10 years. And you hope that the player that they draft is always the right guy. And you just want to give that time, right? At least that's my sentiment. You just want to give that time. If I make a trade acquisition for a player, whether it's, signing for Kelly Oubre or getting Gary Trent or Norman Powell or whoever, I expect those guys to be ready right now because they're veterans. They've been in the league for some time, right? And if they come here and they bust, then immediately we made a bad decision. But off of a free agency grab, off of a draft prospect, they're called prospects for a reason, right? They're called prospects for a reason. So we can't demean the Knicks fan that has the expectation to win because we haven't won in 20 years. We haven't had a legitimate winning record in the last 20 years, consistently up till this year, consistently, right? So I just urge everybody to be a little bit more understanding in that regard, because if not, then you're gonna start shunning away. And this is how people become Brooklyn fans. Right.
I want to chime in about one thing you were saying, but also too, like, people have an over expectation when it comes to money. Like they'll mention Julius Randle is a $19 million contract, and they don't realize that that's a value contract for the production.
Yep.
Is he a max level player? He may play himself into a max level player, but as of right now, like, we're getting great value at the price we paid.
Yep.
And we overpaid technically because we failed at getting free agents, period.
Right.
So we had like a crescendo of the player that actually wanted to be here and gave us a shot. We gave him a shot, overpaid a little bit, and he overproduced because he was 8th in the MVP voting.
Yep.
So, like, we gotta have mercy on him, but at the same time, then we gotta put the situation that he was in. Like, there was one thing that someone said, I think it was Stephen A, who said that Julius Randle may not play second fiddle to someone. And most Knicks fans say Julius Randle think he's like the man. Julius Randle, year one, took the back seat to the player that was getting paid less than him in Marcus Morris.
Yep.
But yet still, everyone is like, Julius Randle can't be number 2. He think he's the number 1.
Right.
He was number 2 to AD when he went to New Orleans. He was number 2 to Kobe.
He's number 12 to Kobe. Cut that out. He got injured.
Yeah. But
keep going, Bill.
But you know, like, but it still stands to say, like, the guy has adjusted his game to many people.
Yes.
Marcus Morris was getting paid $15 million, and he said, "I'll let him lead because guys are listening to him."
Right.
And then we blame. And Marcus Morris stayed here most of the season, at least 60%. Marcus Morris was the leader, but he got no blame for the losses.
No,
but he was the leader.
Right. You know who got blamed for the losses?
Julius Randle.
And how I know this to be true is the Knicks went on a West Coast trip the first year when Marcus Morris and Julius Randle first signed, and we went in, and I think we barely lost to the Lakers, or we might have beat the Lakers. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But Julius Randle was showcased, and he wanted that to be a part of the Julius Randle revenge tour, right? But Marcus Morris, a pending free agent, had to get in his bag. He like, yo, I gotta remember Marcus Morris was shooting like at the beginning, like 47%,
50%, yeah. It was bananas.
Yeah, and so Julius Randle wanted to get in his bag, and what happened was there was a meltdown after the game, and people, and I can't remember all the details from whatever, but the details were sketchy. It was like management went to Julius Randle and told him something. They took him in a conference room and told him something, and Julius Randle stormed out, and then Steve Mills stormed out mad too, or not mad, but visibly upset. Right?
Yeah, I remember that report.
And so I think the thing was, I think the rumor was they were going to trade one of those guys, Marcus Morris or Julius Randle, and I think they went to Randle to tell him that they were going to trade him. Randle.
Was that the press conference?
No. This is about 5 games before the press conference, but this is before they get back to the East Coast, right?
Okay.
And so I think they were going to trade Randle while his value is the highest, or whatever. Because I'm assuming this because I know Marcus Morris was Steve Mills' guy. And Julius Randle, I believe, is Scott Perry's guy.
He is.
And how I feel like that's true is when Steve Mills tried to trade Julius Randle to Charlotte. No. When he tried to trade Julius Randle to Charlotte, he tried to trade Julius Randle and a first-round pick to Charlotte for Terry Rozier.
Right.
And Scott Perry snitched on him, basically. Like, yo, Dolan, you can't let this happen. And Steve Mills got fired that Sunday, and it was made official that Tuesday. And it was basically they called him in and said, Dolan basically called him in that Sunday and said, hey, I'm going to reassign you out of this role. Right. And we're going to find us another team president ASAP. We're going to start the search. And but anyway, what I'm getting at is at that time that Steve Mills showed that he did not have faith in Julius Randle is where you saw Randle's statistics start to take an uptick in production. Because if y'all remember, Julius Randle was averaging 17.5 and about 8 rebounds, right? And after I had a date and I can't remember, man. I should have wrote this stuff down, but Nick G and I talked about this like 2 years ago. But there was a uptick where Randle had averaged 22 points and 10 rebounds. Then there was a coaching change where Mike Miller started running horns for Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. And Julius Randle's numbers started going up from there. Right? And so I said all of that to say this. Every bit of adversity that has been thrown Julius Randle's way, he has overcome since he's been a Knick.
True.
And y'all know that being a Knick is not easy. Ask Nick G. Nick G been a Knick his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so
Yo, you remember what Melo said about being a Knick? Like, sometimes he feels like saying F this city. Like, even Melo, like, bro, like, we love and we hate you at the same time. Patrick Ewing got criticized.
Right.
Like, the best Knick of all got criticized. I mean, you might say it's Clyde, but Patrick really brought us in the 90s or carried us in the 90s.
Right.
And yet still we give guys like who couldn't hold a candle like Oakley a pass.
Right.
Like Charles Oakley is nobody. Like he's only a legend. Like, okay, name a team like let's say the Lakers, because the Lakers are compared to the Knicks in value.
Right.
The most, and also the Celtics. Do you think Charles Oakley would be a legend? Or even Anthony Mason would be a legend in Celtics or Lakerland? No. Their numbers not good enough.
No, because the Celtics and the Lakers had guys like Mitch Kupchak that put up those type numbers, right? Yeah. And when you think about great Lakers, you don't think Mitch Kupchak. You don't think about Michael Thompson.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think about dudes like you don't think about Eldon Campbell. You know what I'm saying?
The Knicks are the only team in NBA history to judge players as greats based off the amount of emotion and passion and effort they put into the game.
Exactly.
We're the only team that does that. So that tells you something. That tells you a lot about our culture here in New York City as basketball fans, and it also tells you a lot about what we truly value. What that blue collar hard nosed type of basketball, we value that. And again, so when we start talking about players, it's not only the stats that gives us the determination of, oh, this guy is great. It's about what we physically can see on the floor, right? What we physically, and again, this leads to what I said yesterday in regards to us being the most knowledgeable and the greatest, fan in NBA sports history, is because we're not only looking at the stats. Anthony Mason, he really didn't do anything as far as stats are concerned. He didn't put a lot of numbers up on the board. He didn't steal the ball. He didn't, rebound the ball better than anybody on the team. But what he did was he gave you a spark right when you needed it. Right when you needed it. So that's what we value as fans is what can you bring to us to affect the game in the now at this very given moment, right? So players like Charles Oakley, I mean, did he even do that for Chicago? Right? Did he do that? Like, how would you judge that? Like, he didn't do any of that. He just beat people up. That's it. Right? So, but we value that because that's a blue-collar attribute. It's to beat people up and to be disrespectful and to be all in your face. Like, we value that. But that doesn't make him legendary in any other level of judgment. That just means he's a guy that does New York City stuff. I'm not holding the door for the old lady that's coming up. I'm not going to help her if she gets robbed by her purse. And I'm staying right there in the train station. I'm going to be mean, angry, and disrespectful, but I'm going to keep it moving, and I'm saying I'm a New Yorker because of it. You know what I mean? So it's just, we just judge things differently, and we have reason to.
Right.
I'm about to get off, but I'm gonna keep on listening. I'll chime in every once in a while. But
yeah, man.
Good talking to y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Peace, Nick.
All right, Poppy.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, man. Hey, so the thing with Anthony Mason, I'll say a couple of things, right? And trust me, this is no disrespect because Mason is my man. 50 grand. I love Anthony Mason, right? But Anthony Mason for his career averaged 11 points and 8 rebounds.
Right. Was he a rebounding leader on the team during that time?
No. No,
Who
Oakley,
was?
Oakley,
Patrick, right?
Oakley,
Oakley or
Oakley,
Patrick?
Oakley and Pat. Yeah, Oakley and Pat.
There
Yeah,
should be like 9 or 10 apiece.
yeah,
Which again, for a guy in his minutes that he was playing, right, and for what his role on the team is, like that is huge. That blue collar stuff that we're talking about, but that doesn't show up above the other two,
right,
right? And so again, so even if Anthony Mason's son is listening, we love their pops, we love the late great Mason. We just and you gotta. I would hope that you would be judging it the same way every other New Yorker is judging it. Is we base this thing off of passion. So when I look
right,
at a player such as Frank, right? Granted, he doesn't show the passion all the time, but the things that he has done, the things that he has done off the floor, which doesn't show on the stat line, the little sparks of defensive energy you get. Some people lose their minds off of that, and I understand it. The same way I understand that some people lose their minds off of Anthony Mason and what he's done.
right,
I'm not trying to compare the two completely because they're two completely different players, two completely different positions, right? But
right,
I would damn near go so far as to say that we drafted Anthony Mason. I know we didn't, but we got him in
right,
the same year that he was drafted. He came from New Jersey straight to us. So we
right.
might as well keep that same energy for all of the other players that we draft, but still have that same exact expectation of players that we get in free agency, which is you guys, you better be here and you better be ready.
Right.
That's it. Better be here and be ready.
Yo, so Evergreen, your mic is mad low, bro. We can barely hear you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're like it's low and it has a little echoish sound, like as if you're under the tunnel. Something like
Okay.
that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, what is this? Oh, what's good?
What's up, boss?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, so I don't know if you caught it, but I introduced several
Yeah, I've been
topics.
listening.
Yeah, man, and so I've been wanting to introduce these topics, man. But it's basically now or never, because once the draft gets here and hits, we're gonna be talking draft. The draft is gonna take over, right?
Yeah.
So, but what do you think about the Tony Parker Sharif Cooper comparison? I'm talking about at age 19. I'm not talking about Hall of Famer Tony Parker to 19-year-old Sharif Cooper. I'm talking about.
I mean, I can't make that comparison. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch
Okay.
him at 19, so I can't make that comparison. But
Okay.
Sharif Cooper, I need to think of a. Coach Colorblock said like worst case scenario he's gonna be like a Ish Smith or something like that.
Right.
I think that could happen, but I need to think of someone that can play make, can shoot.
And
I know you said CP3, a young CP3, a 19-year-old CP3.
Yeah, CP3 could not shoot, bro. It was awful. It was like they used to leave him open, and it was cringy to look at. But he worked on it until he got better. He came back 2 years later and was like, should have been the number one pick in the draft.
I really don't know a comparison for Cooper. I don't know, like, I want to actually look up what people have been comparing him to, because him and Jonathan Kuminga are like those two players I don't really know a comparison for. So, do you have any other comparisons but you think CP3?
Yo, the chat be bugging, bro.
Luka Vidoza is RPG.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this right about Cooper. I think the sample size is unfair to judge his shot. I think he came in. He had weird, like he came in late, and then the season was cut short. So it was like my man couldn't even get his group. I can't even remember how many games he played. I think he only played like 14 games.
I think it was 15.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy. So
someone said Trey Burke, Yogi Ferrell. Like I searched up NBA Draft.net. They said Trey Burke / Yogi Ferrell.
Nah, Trey Burke ain't passing the ball like that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that comparison, but Sharif Cooper is like he is like that. It's like a bank pick. Like you're banking on him to be good. Like you don't. I don't know. Like I think there's more safer picks than taking Sharif Cooper.
Nah, and what I'm not saying, I'm not even saying draft Sharif Cooper. I'm just doing a comparison. I'd be perfectly fine. And y'all, hey, Fish, what's good?
What's good, family? What's good? What's good?
Fish, you know, so you know, I would be Gucci, and I'm talking about Gucci if the Knicks left the draft with Josh Christopher, BJ Boston, Trey Mann, and Trey Murphy. I'd be super good, bro. That'd be Uncle Freezy hit the lottery. That's what it'd be like for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh Christopher is gonna be the next Spider Mitchell, bro.
And hey, don't get on the hype now. Is the hype been there?
Tell him to do this.
I'm kidding. But
bro,
if you're not on the hype now, don't get on the hype later.
Bro,
that's what I'm gonna say.
What I'm saying to you, dude, listen. What I'm saying to you, bro. What I'm saying to you is, you better get your Josh Christopher jerseys right now, and get your Josh Christopher rookie cards right now, bro. Because I'm telling you, him, Kenny Payne, and Johnny Bryant in the Garden, bro. Listen, hey, dude, when I'm offering you an invitation to get on the Josh Christopher train right now. Bro.
Oh nah, you were offered that like 2 months ago, but you decided to take it like I think 2 weeks ago maybe. Bro. So you joined it because I think I was one of the first ones to bring Josh Christopher's name up in general. But.
Bro, what I have a inside source, close family friend, but not that close. Not that close. I guess when he see me, he'll be like, "Yo, what's up?" But Bobby Hurley is his coach.
He's his coach. Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't dawn on me. And so I hear this dude talk about because when you hear cats talk about their players, you know what I'm saying? When you like, for instance, when you hear Calipari talk about Kevin Knox, they're like, "Oh yeah, man, give him 9 years, yo, and he'll definitely be a good role player." You know what I'm saying? You're like, 9 years to be a role player? What? But when you hear Bobby Hurley talk about Josh Christopher, if you know Bobby Hurley, you know he ain't about to giving out zero compliments. They old school Irish, bro. They old school Irish. You know what I'm saying? They don't give out compliments. If you ever see them smile, you better check your wallet, bro. See if you still got it. You know, that's, bro, I'm telling you. If you hear Bobby Hurley give somebody a compliment, bro, that means that joker is good. And not just good, but special. You know what I'm saying? And to hear, you notice he say that? Bro, what have you seen positive from Bobby Hurley about Marcus Bagley?
Sure. I don't know.
Nothing.
He withdrew though.
Yeah, nothing. Because he ain't it. Marcus Bagley ain't it. But Josh Christopher, bro, like,
yeah, whoever gets him is lucky.
Yeah, all I'm saying, dude, get on the Josh Christopher train right now, bro. Get on it.
Yeah, I'm talking to the other people. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I got that that Josh Christopher already running the train. Pause.
Yeah, I feel like BJ in this draft, like he got the. When you look back at it, you're like, damn, we should have picked him. Like if you know, if you let him fall, if you let him slide to a different team, like you let him pass your team, like damn, we could have had him. I feel like he's gonna be one of those type of players.
Oh yeah, I think he's easily gonna be one of those.
Yeah,
the Atlanta Hawks are listening to trade offers from Cam Reddish for Cam Reddish.
I think that's gonna be our move right there.
That's not a bad move though. It's a smart move.
You know the Hoops Wire website, right?
Yep.
They said that teams calling for number 3 pick, Cavs look to land another in top 10. They said per Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. Do you know who that is?
No, I haven't.
Okay, he's like someone for Hoops Hype. It says the Raptors, Thunder, Warriors, and Knicks have all reached out to the Cavs to try to trade up.
Wow.
I don't know how I don't know if
Who
this
will
is
we go
even
get at
credible, but that makes no sense to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Evan Mobley.
No, I mean like how would we even trade up to get
Right.
a number 3 pick?
And I'm saying,
Right,
like,
man.
even if we moved up to 3, we would be stuck. Wouldn't we have to draft Mobley?
Well, I guess it depends. I guess it depends. But if I'm the Knicks, though, do I?
And let's
Do you, okay, let me think of a trade. Okay, you give. I'm assuming if they're thinking of that type of trade and they want Mobley, you trade. I don't think this is even a possibility. I'm just saying because I just saw it. It's Mitch. All your picks from this year, 100% got to be all the picks from this year. Mitch. 4 picks from this year. It got to be probably like IQ or Obi, one of them.
Let me.
And then another first round pick from 2023. I don't know how that would happen.
I want to follow what you're saying. So I'm going to put this on the screen so we can look at it. Okay.
Oh, let me send it to you.
So it's Mitch, 2021.
This is the thing that I see.
19 overall. And then it's 20, 21, 21 overall. Then it's 20, 21, 32 overall. And then it's 20, 21, 58 overall. And then it's 2020. You said 2023, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to.
2023.
One of them at least.
It's going to have to be the Knicks pick, which is more attractive.
Yeah.
Knicks first. And Dallas is first? Or no?
Nah.
Oh, this is it.
I think you got to add Obi or IQ too.
Okay, so you add Obi Toppin.
This might not even be enough. No, this is probably not even enough.
No, this is not enough. What?
Yeah, it's not even.
Nah, this is not enough, bro.
Yeah, nah.
This ain't
yeah,
even
I was just
close.
thinking we don't even got we don't got nothing to do there. That's why I had to see it.
Emmanuel quickly.
You think there's any way we could get this deal
What's
done
good
and
in
we
the
get
Knicks?
Sexton out of it?
And Sexton and the number 3 pick?
Yeah, I don't know how that.
Bro. I don't know. That's
I
what I'm
don't think
saying.
that's possible, but I'm just asking. Maybe the Cavs want to get rid of him that bad.
Imagine they do a trade for. They include Randle and they get Colin Sexton and the 3rd pick. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the Cavaliers get all of that, and then
what a good time.
And then, and the Knicks.
Nah,
get,
Julian Blum, the number 3 pick is worth more than we just wrote.
Yes.
Yeah, because he said it's not worth that much. It definitely is worth way.
Yeah, man, this
just shows how bad our assets are.
Yeah,
like we don't have a good amount of assets like that.
Like,
and we got picks, but it's like I don't know. We don't got players they want.
Yeah, and what we're offering is, and think about what we're offering. We're offering 3 bench players and a whole bunch of late picks for the number 3 overall.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen. That's why I'm trying to see like what this dude was thinking writing this, because I've seen Michael Scotto's name a few times, like on NBA Central or like stuff like that, talking about like rumors.
I don't think I can do this trade if we going to get Evan Mobley though.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to be honest, because I think that
if we was getting Jalen Green, maybe.
And you wouldn't do it for Evan Mobley?
No, I wouldn't do this trade just because it's way too much.
Right.
Y'all think this is too much?
I think he's worth more. Like the pick in general is worth more, but is the player
I'd rather
really
go get a
worth
player,
that much?
Uncle Freezy. I'd rather go get an established player with that.
With this? bro. Look at what you
No,
offering.
I'm not trying to say like I'd rather get somebody that
Nah,
I
cause
like.
Freezy, this is like a trade for Dame, basically.
Nah, this ain't getting Dame, bro.
No, but you would need
No, but it's a haul though. Like we're giving
yeah,
up a lot.
that's what I mean. Like it's a haul
Yeah.
to get one player, but I'd rather do a haul for a player that is already proven rather than
Right, like I was saying, like if they threw Sexton in this deal, we could run it. We can. That's all day. Why not?
Nah, they ain't gonna do Sexton also.
You
know who I would run it if they put Okoro in the draft.
Yeah, or Okoro. Yeah.
Yeah, if you give me Okoro. Oh, you know who? Sign and trade Jared Allen. Yeah, I would do it.
Wait, what would you do?
This right here. If you put Jared Allen in here, I would do it.
So you want to pay Jared Allen and then get Mobley at the 4?
Yeah, see,
no.
Yeah, see, that's why I said it only works if we get Jalen Green.
Either way, this trade wouldn't work. Like, I think they got so much more value because, no, they definitely do. Like this is just to show like how our assets aren't really that impressive for other teams.
Right.
But, in general, the Magic have the best chance of trading up because they got 5 and 8, so they could realistically just give them 5 and 8 for 3. Which I really don't know if I would do.
Maybe Cleveland wants more of players like quickly who've actually played and shown.
I think they really love Obi.
Okay.
I think they've been carrying around an Obi Toppin like player for years in Larry Nance Jr. Right. True. I think they really like Obi Toppin. Right. And I'm not wanting to give Obi away. I would do Obi for Cam Reddish.
Oh, run, yeah.
Yo,
I would do Obi in 32. I would do Obi in 32 for Cam Reddish. And if Atlanta turned that down, I'm like, okay, well y'all keep Cam Reddish.
I told you what I would do, Uncle Freezy. I'd do 19 and 21 for Cam Reddish and 20.
Yeah, I feel you.
I would just do 21. And...
I second that notion for 19 21 for Cam. Hell,
yeah,
I'll do
20.
21.
Whoa, I'm not doing that.
I'll do 19, 21, and 32 for Cam Reddish if I have to.
Nah, y'all are bugging.
If I have to, because
nah, you do. No, I would do 21 and the most I'll do is 21 and 32.
Yeah.
Because they said they're looking for they said singular first round pick for him, but I'll give them 21 and 32 or 21 and future second round pick from 2023.
Hey Duke, you know what I would do? I would give them the 2022 first round pick for Cam. They didn't state what year.
What year? Yeah, right.
Yeah, that draft is probably not gonna be that good either, to be honest.
But they got too many players though. So. The Hawks they got way too many players to play. They got more players than they got minutes.
Man, we gotta get Cam Reddish though, bro. We gotta get Cam.
Because the only reason why their lineups have been able to work is because one of those wings players have always been hurt. They haven't had their full, squad in at once in a while.
Nah, you can still get Josh Christopher in there. I mean, I don't know. Like Cam Reddish, I think he's worth a first round pick. Not a lottery pick, but he's worth a.
Yeah.
He's worth a 19.
Hey, so Fish.
Yeah,
the chat is like, they took what you said and twisted it, right?
What?
They're like, man, he's trying to give them all them picks, bro.
No.
Fish didn't say a whole bunch of picks. Fish said, you said, 19 and 21,
right?
For
Cam and 20,
right?
That's one pick.
No. Evergreen said he'll give 19, 21, and 32. That's one.
I'm saying yes, 19, 21, and 32. 19, 21, and 32 for Cam Reddish, right? And we're getting a pick back with him, right? So I'm saying if they don't take the first offer, which is 19, 21, we throw in the additional pick, and now we gain a player. We gain a player and we gain a pick.
I mean, you're not really gaining a pick.
Draft all 4 players. We knew that. Like we know going in.
Bro, if we could
They
come
said
out,
they're smoking that because of the I don't think that's too much of this. I think it's because of the Mobley thing. But the Mobley thing, we just said it wasn't possible for us to trade.
Right.
That was just me looking at the rumor
assets
from this
aren't.
dude from Hoops Hype. We don't have good assets. That's just
Yeah, the
throwing
assets
things
aren't
out there.
valuable enough. The
Yeah.
assets are not valuable
Right.
enough to move up that far to get that player, and then
19 is no man's land.
And then what if you trade up and get that player, and that player is a bust?
Yeah.
And you trade away all that stuff for a guy, and then you watch Emmanuel Quickly and Obi Toppin win a championship on another team, like we did with Bobby Portis. Now you're like, God, dog it, hustling backwards, But I ain't gonna lie to you. If we leave the draft night with Cam Reddish, Trey Murphy, and Josh Christopher,
Yo,
that's a win.
I really wanna, bro. I need to see some trades go down today. I think there's literally no way there's no trades go down today. Like, there's got to be
Oh,
at
it
least
has to
one.
be.
Yeah,
Right.
like if you're making a trade up, like in the draft, you got to make that today. Unless like you don't really care about who's there, you just want a high talented guy.
Right.
Whoa. Kevin Middleton said I wouldn't trade Taj Gibson and Theo Pinson for Cam. He's trash.
Oh, come on.
He must have not watched them games.
Damn sure
Come
didn't.
on.
Damn sure didn't.
This dude SB Sports.
That's crazy.
Randle
Yeah.
Mitchell for 7, 14 Wiseman. Oh.
So
I've
here's
been
the question:
thinking that.
Wait, look at this. Look at this trade. Do you
Say-
see it? Evergreen?
Yeah, I see it.
look at the trade. What's the trade?
He said, Hinton says, since y'all are on one, why not trade Randle and Mitchell for 7, 14 Wiseman and Wiggins?
7 foot. Well,
Why we
Okay.
trade Mitch, bro? Why we trade Mitch?
okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, not Mitch, but why we trying to trade Randall, bro?
Like, yeah, no, I value Randle. Listen, I don't put a lot of value into draft picks. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, that's just me. Like, value is in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day, right? Like, what one man is willing to pay for one thing, another man isn't. I don't put value into draft picks. I put value into free agency and trades, which is why I'm willing to get rid of draft picks. I see the potential with Cam Reddish, right? I see the potential. Hell, we all saw the potential with the Duke trifecta down there, right? So that's why I'm willing to give that up now, because I know what I'm getting out of. We know what we're getting out of Cam Reddish. Aside from the injury he's had last season, we know what we're getting out of Cam Reddish. So I'm willing to get rid of something that I've already seen in action in the NBA floor than to go off of a idea that, we're gonna get this booming player. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm willing to give up the picks for that. And when you give up 19 and 21 and whatever the 32nd pick for Cam Reddish and the 20th, you still have a high chance of getting the player that you wanted to get in the first place. Right? Whoever that guy is, I mean, you might miss on whoever it is for 19, but that pick that you would have picked in 21, you still get that for 20. You still get that.
Yeah.
So all you really did was get an established player, right? And you lost a second round pick. That's all.
I mean, he's not really
that's all that
established, so I see why people say that, because he's had a
He's
bad
more of
first 2
established
years.
3-and-D player than anybody.
Yeah, his
that's
defense
right
makes
now.
up for it though. So
Yeah.
what's
And
good,
that-
Jay Boogie?
That's what I'm saying.
What's up, Boogie?
And so you give
You lagging?
if you
Excuse me, guys.
I don't know if I can get rid of 32 though. I feel like 32 is super valuable.
What's good, Jay Boogie?
Salute, man. Salute. Three capital
up,
X.
Uncle
What's
Bud?
happening with y'all?
How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Good. What's good? Hey,
Hey,
what's
y'all-
good, old man?
I just came to barge in for a minute because you know what I'm saying. You know that money is forever green, and he up there. I didn't see my brother. You know, in a minute, or talk to him. I just wanted to holler at him for a second. You know, see how he doing. Hey, send me something, man.
Wait, say that again.
Not Evergreen can't hear. Not Evergreen can't hear.
Nah, he just on a whole robotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't no need to go in the Matrix. Get back here.
and bring your wallet.
Yo. Bring that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I see y'all talking about trades and everything. I'm over here at this Penske, man, trying to get this truck service real quick. Get on this road and get to Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? I need to go talk to John Calipari for a minute.
Yeah, man. About what he said about Knox.
Yeah, I need to straighten him about that.
Yeah, man. So what do you think we're gonna do? What do you think we're gonna do today?
It's a lot of talks, rumors, speculation, all types of different things going on. Ain't nothing but entertainment. Ain't nothing but people trying to, you know what I'm saying, big up their stations and big up the TVs and all that, man. I'm waiting on the for sure thing, man. I'm not with all that old this, that, there, and all that, man. Let me know when it really happened, man. Right. That's what I need to know.
Right. Right. All right.
If we gonna trade up, man, and we ain't going to get a guard, it's a problem. It's a problem. You got to have a guard, man.
I think it depends. Because I don't know what guard. I still don't think like.
I'm not moving all the way up for subs.
The only guy I could see like as a point guard that's like at least like good in that area where we could trade up is Davion Mitchell. But that's the only PG I would see as.
That's what I'm saying. If we're not going to get him, man, I'm sitting back and letting something fall to me. But it's too much. It's too much future in the late rounds of this draft just to be giving it away and stuff like that. Like I listen to y'all talking about Cam Reddish and all that. Ain't nowhere in the world I would give up 19, 20, and 21 for no Cam Reddish.
Oh no, they said 19 and 21 for Cam Reddish and the Hawks 20 pick. So you're just only giving away one first round.
And your second first round pick is moved up a spot.
Okay, that sounds a little different.
Right.
Still, no, I got to have a guard. I got to have a guard with one of them guys.
And you can take the guard at 20.
Huh?
Or you could take the guard at 20 or 30, 31. I think is the Hawks pick.
Right.
Or 32. One of those. Because I think I heard McBride. I heard that Tibbs likes McBride, and they had like an interview and stuff. Deuce McBride. I heard that he wants to. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying they want to be on the Knicks, but I heard that Tibbs is really intrigued with McBride, and they're thinking about getting him with that 21st pick, or if he drops. And I wouldn't be mad at that, to be honest.
Dude, I'm telling you, this kid Josh Christopher is the real deal, bro. I'm telling you.
I know why you keep telling me as if I don't. I haven't.
You talking about Big Donovan?
Josh Christopher?
Big Donovan.
Hey man.
That's Duke's man.
Exactly. You know, everyone knows it. That's my guy for this draft.
Bro, for a guy that's 6'5", 215, with that handles and that athleticism, he's a bigger version of Spider Mitchell, bro.
Oh,
he's talking about Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Big Donovan.
Yeah, a bigger version of Donovan Mitchell.
For picking him at 21 or 32, like I like the comparison. I mean, I still think that him, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, they have similar play style. So if you get him at like a 21 or 32, I'll be really happy. That's just like a solid player you could have at least. I don't think he has bust potential like that. To be honest, I think he's a hard worker too. I don't know. I think he'll be good.
I saw the Mike Schmitz ESPN interview with him, and you could just look at some cats. You could just look at them and tell they're gonna be a star. Like when we used to watch them grainy Kobe Bryant videos where he in some small gym out in the suburbs of Philadelphia, I was like, what is that? But then when they put the camera close up and you got the chance to see him, you're like, oh yeah, he a star. He a star. He a star, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when the first time you saw Shaquille O'Neal, right? You was like, yo, you know what? That dude is a star. You know what I'm saying? When the first time you saw Allen Houston, you were like, yeah, he probably can score, right? But you didn't see star on him. But when you saw Sprewell, you was like, hey, there's something different about this dude. You know what I'm saying?
And when when you say Shaquille O'Neal, you know what's bad about it at LSU? His partner, I think of Allen Robertson, he was the same as Shaq. He went nowhere.
Right. I know who you're talking about.
They was Twin Towers at LSU.
I met him before. You talking about Stanley Roberts? That's
his name.
Stanley Roberts. Yeah. Hey, guess what, bro? He looked like he ain't been in the gym in about 30 years.
Ooh.
Hey, y'all the same height too. You and Stanley.
You're 6'5", right?
Yeah, but that dude.
Man, no, he ain't, man. That man's 6'9", man. I'm 6'5", dude. I'm 6'5". Don't let that
you
man
actually 6'5"?
Right.
I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
Nah,
that
that's
man
crazy.
is taller than me.
Nah, man. Nah, Jay Boogie older than me, but I'm not taller than him by that much.
I mean, that don't really matter though. I mean, you stopped growing at 21.
Jay Boogie only got me by 22 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna stop the jokes with it. I'm older than Freezy.
Spence said 22 years.
Yeah, I'm older than Freezy because when he said 22 years, I gotta just give it to him. I'm not got him by no 22.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
if I was older than Freezy by 22, do you know how mad I will really be about our New York Knicks?
Yeah, nah, I would. Yeah, nah, yeah, that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing.
Yo, Jay Boogie is the GOAT, bro.
Hey, Evergreen, man, what's up, man?
Yeah, I keep going in and out because it is Wi-Fi, y'all. I apologize. I'm at the IHG Hotel in Fort Lee, so they in and out with this kind of stuff. But we here. What's good, y'all?
You brought your wallet with you?
My wallet? What you talking about?
Hey, I told him I need you to send me something. He went to talk about the wallet. I ain't talking about the wallet.
I got you, Jay Boogie. I promise.
Listen. It's the on season. It ain't no off season for me. It's about to go down. I'm telling you. I'm just waiting for the draft and free agency so I can make sure we're not doing something that I didn't talk about, or make sure we ain't doing something that I need to talk about, or when free agency come, we signing a person that I need to talk about. But it's going down. I'm getting ready to send it off. Press the send button, man. As soon as all is over.
Okay.
So I need a track or something from you, man.
Okay, I got you.
You got all the info, man.
I still got the info. I got you.
Hey, yo, don't worry. I ain't send you that other information because that was a Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
That was a Christmas gift.
Jay Boogie, wow, man. I love this guy.
Christmas gift. Hey, yo, hey, Green, I heard you talking one day. You was like, yo, that he talk like that all the time.
All the time.
Let me let y'all know I talk like this. The reason why I talk like this, because when I was doing my bid, doing my time, when you get on that phone, you only got a few minutes to get your point across and let people know what they need to do and when they need to do it. You got to talk quick. So
right.
After talking like that for years and years and years and years, it just stayed with me. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I talk like that, man.
Full energy.
Now you know the story.
Right. That's
yeah. Hey,
a lot of New Yorkers in the hood talk like that. I thought it was just because they're trying to hurry up and get their word out before the train go by.
Yeah, but see, for real, I mean, I get it, but a lot of New York, they talk fast and still don't knowing what they're saying. That's why they always say, you know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? No, what are you saying? I can't feel you.
Yeah.
Talk straight.
Yeah.
the whole line.
Nah, mean. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hey, they calling me for my truck, man. I just wanted to call and just say what's up to y'all, man. I had to get this truck service before I go to Kentucky, man.
Hey, be safe out there on the road, bro. All jokes aside, man, please be safe, bro.
Man, God bless you all, man. Y'all doing a great job, man. Especially you, Blorange, and Duke, man. You everywhere, man. You got the city on flame, man.
All right.
Waiting on your show to come out, man. Youngest in charge. I gave it to you.
Youngest in charge, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So my guy, Jay Boogie.
Ian Begley just said that on an NBA conference call. You know Bobby Marks, obviously. He said that he'd be surprised if the Knicks stay with both of their first round picks at 19 and 21. So now I really don't think they're keeping those two picks either now. Like, just because legit everyone is saying that we're not keeping those picks.
Makes no sense. Look, all right. Here's my take on picks. Right. First and foremost, if every single Knicks fan, every single NBA fan that's true about it, y'all need to have a copy of the collective bargaining agreement in your PDF, so that when y'all say crazy stuff like Evergreen G is wilding for his takes, y'all can just go back and reference the CBA and see how it affects a team fiscally per year via contracts. If we draft the number 19 and the number 21 pick, that means that when it's time to pay these guys, we're paying them roughly the same amount of money, give or take $500,000 less than a previous pick, right? Not much of a difference, right? So now when it's time for their extensions, right, their max extensions, super max extensions on the following, after the 4 years, we both have to pay those guys, right? We both have to pay those guys. Right now, Cam Reddish, if we was to do a trade for Cam Reddish, he's not going to rate a super max extension because he got traded within his first contract. So he's not going to rate that, right? Again, you can say what you want to say. Read the collective bargaining agreement for yourself. He doesn't rate that right now, which is the same reason why Julius Randle didn't rate a super max extension or a max extension on his first contract, because he got traded. Excuse me. Now he got traded from New Orleans to us, which is why he rates his extension now, right? And we have to sign him for the max later on, right? So what you do is, when you say I'm going to draft 2 players in the first round, if you intend on keeping these players because they are the building blocks for the team, you now have to pay them after their 4 years. So when you start looking at, okay, we're going to pay Julius Randle here for a 4-year contract after next year, right? We still have to sign Mitchell Robinson. Within those 2 years from now, we have to pay RJ Barrett again. We just drafted Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley, both in the first round. Emmanuel Quickley is a top 10 lottery pick, so he's going to rate a lot of money.
No,
and
he
then
wasn't.
Sorry?
You said Emmanuel Quickley was a top 10.
What?
No, you said Quickley was
number 8. Emmanuel Quickley, 23rd.
25th.
Oh, I apologize.
No, he was 23rd. No, you said he was a lottery pick. That's why. Quickley.
So what I'm getting at is, if you draft these 2 players, right? If you draft these 2 players in the first round, you have a total of Julius Randle for a max extension, which, the general consensus is we keep him. You have Mitchell Robinson, who's going to demand RJ Barrett within the next is going to demand the bag. You have Obi Toppin, who on that 4th year. You have Emmanuel Quickley, who's in the same position, that's going to need to get paid. So this is about the building blocks for the future. It's not just about what's going on right now, because if not, we're just going to have to trade those players anyway. So why put so much value in stock into picks when you can get established players whom, again, if you trade Cam Reddish now, he's not going to rate that max extension. He's not going to rate that max extension, right?
Hey,
so
Evergreen, but listen, just because you're eligible for a max don't mean you're going to get it.
Right.
Because what teams are going to do is pay you fair market value. Right. It's the reason why Lonzo Ball people are saying 3 years for 20 for Lonzo. Lonzo Ball ain't worth no max extension, bro. Lonzo Ball is not getting 5 years at 32 million per. Lonzo Ball ain't getting that from New Orleans. He know that. We know that. New Orleans know that. They probably gonna offer him something cozy like, yo, we're gonna give you 5 years, 105, right? And the Knicks can't match that because they can't give him a 5th year. They can only give him the 4th year because the Knicks are not his original team.
Right. But what I'm saying is that based off of bargaining, right? You essentially have, you essentially are using those picks and possibly losing those picks after 2 or 3 years when that player doesn't, when that player says, I don't rate it. I would much rather get a player that's established in Cam Reddish, right? Get a player that's, established. We know what we're getting out of him. He's been in the league for 2 years, right? And then you can take that gamble on the number 20 pick. And the only thing that you are really losing fiscally is the 32nd pick. That's what you're losing. Now, some people,
the 32nd pick is more valuable than the 21st pick.
Okay, and that was my question. What is it to you that makes the 32nd pick more valuable?
Well, first of all,
it's a non-guaranteed contract.
Yeah, the second. Well, the second round pick is not a guaranteed 4-year contract off the muscle. There's no rookie scale for second round picks, so you can negotiate what you want. And so say you do like what we did with Trier, give him a 2-year deal, right? There are no parameters. We paid him what we want. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Mitchell Robinson. It's 2 + 1 + 1. Or was it 2 + 1 + 1 + 1? It was like 2 years and then 3 team options, right? With Mitch?
Something like that.
So are we at the same general consensus that the talent level from 20 to 32 is the same throughout this draft?
It depends on who falls.
It's a deep draft. Yeah.
I think you could say 20. I mean, those people that are at 20 can fall to 30, but then those people that people thought were going to be in the lottery can fall to 21.
Those I just think I don't know if
it's different.
Look at it like this: is a player that gets drafted at 32. Let's say we get a player that gets drafted at 32. Would you have picked that same player up at 21?
It could be
Josh Christopher, yes.
Yeah.
So you think Josh Christopher can drop to 32?
Yeah, I mean that's where everyone is saying, but I think he's gonna be like 25, 26, 27, 28. Like,
that's my point.
Evergreen, but the point we're making is not the player that you pick at that spot, the slot value.
Yeah,
the slot value is where the pick becomes valuable because as a team you have the ultimate flexibility to negotiate a contract at whatever you want at 32, which is only 2 spots away from the first round that is locked in on a rookie scale.
Yeah, you're getting first round talent.
So you get first round talent for a team friendly contract like Mitch Robinson.
And someone from the lottery that everyone was saying was going to be in the lottery can fall to you at 19 and 21. And then people that I mean that 19, I guess like after that range is just like it still has a lot of talent.
I just look at it. I look at that and I don't see that the 32nd pick, the player skill. I get the contract flexibility. That's also awesome, right? I'm trying to give you the same exact result of contract flexibility on the fiscal side down the line, right? As opposed to getting it right now. And all you've really done is you still drafted 21 and 19, right? You still drafted 20.
You only would have Cam Reddish for 2 years though before you would have to make a decision on him. As far as a rookie, you would have him for 4.
Right. But I'm saying if you don't make that trade, now you have 2 players, first round picks, making the same exact type of decisions that you would, whether you're going to pay those players in the future, as opposed to just Cam Reddish, you do it at 2, and then the number 20 pick, you do it at 4.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's a devil's advocate thing. But I'm looking at it. If you told Brock, like, make your decision on money, make your financial decisions
here within the next 5 years, make them now, right? Then the 32nd pick is only going to guarantee you something for this year, and you're gone. You see what I'm saying? It's only going to guarantee you for this year. But if you do the other trade, now 5 years down the line, you still have money to save because you only really use it on one player. 2 years down the line, if you decide, hey, Cam Reddish isn't the guy, then he's still on that contract where the year before you can trade him, right? And possibly get something back from an established player. So I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it fiscally, right? I'm looking at it as a building block because I don't have the expectation that we're going to be winning a championship here within the next 2 to 3 years. I'm giving it that 5-year window, right? And if you think that drafting 2 rookies in this round, in the first round, when we drafted 2 rookies in the previous round, and they're all super young, and those are the guys that are going to get us to the promised land, as well as we only have 6 players on the books, and we still need to sign players from free agency. I don't know that happens fiscally to be able to maintain a good lot of money for the next couple years. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
What are you saving the money for?
I'm saving the money because the free agency market for the 2022 season we want that. We want that 2022-2023 season free agency, right? Because the only major
one of those first round picks, saving the money.
A first round pick for when you say move,
that could be a salary dump easily.
I see that as well. I see that as well. No argument there as far as dumping it, but I don't know if a team like OKC, who has a boatload of draft picks, is really going to get major benefit for the next one. Because you're looking at what OKC is doing now, like having all those draft picks. What is it really doing, right? How many valuable players that they have to add in with draft picks to make a big splash in free agency?
They're a small market team. They can only build through the draft. That's why they got all those draft picks. They need to hit, and if they don't hit, they need to move on to the next pick.
Right.
They're not nobody's signing to Oklahoma City. The only person that's ever signed to Oklahoma City was Westbrook.
No, Paul George signed a contract extension with them.
True, but he knew he wasn't going to stay there.
Right.
He knew that was a.
He only stayed because of the Melo trade, right? Because of Melo.
No. I mean, he just stayed. Melo was only there for like a little bit. I don't even.
He was there for a year and a half before they moved him to Houston, and then he got out the league. Well, not out the league.
Was it really? I don't think it was a year.
Season. It was a season. It was a season, and then the following season they moved him to Houston, and then he played like 14 games with Houston, and then Houston.
He was out of the league. Yeah.
He benched him. Houston benched him, and then they waived him. And then he sat on the bench at home for.
Nah, actually, Houston traded him. Actually, Houston traded him to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And Atlanta waived him. Right.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, the whole contract thing is kind of complicated. What I would suggest is, trade for Cam Reddish. Take the 32 and 58 to see if you can move up to 30. You know what I'm saying? Get a Josh Christopher or BJ Boston and rock out with Cam Reddish. So you'd have Cam Reddish, Josh Christopher, and Trey Murphy. Bam. There you go, all wings. Bam.
So what do you just to clarify for the viewers, what are you giving up for Cam Reddish?
Bro, I give up a first round pick.
So one first round pick in this year's draft or next year's draft?
I don't care. I'm negotiating, bro. I'm right. Like, yo, I'd be like, listen, I'll give you the 2023 Dallas pick if they take it. Because in my mind, the 2023 Dallas pick is going to be a late first round pick. To me, it's going to be a later pick because I think the Mavs are going to do something special around Luka. So I want to get rid of that pick right now before it loses more value. Because right at the moment when we first got that pick, we figured it'd be about 12. But at the beginning of the year, we thought we were gonna be picking like 9 and 12.
Right, we sure did. Damn sure did.
Right, and then so, but by the time the season ended, you know what I'm saying, when we should have traded both of the picks, we should have traded both of them, to be honest with you. And then, you know, to get a guy, but we didn't. Right? Now the picks are 19 and 21. And both teams are getting better. Both teams are on the uptick. So now you like, well, if it's 21 now, it might be 27, 28. Hopefully it won't be 30.
Hey, I would,
you know what I'm saying?
I would argue that Dallas is not going to be on an uptick because Tim Hardaway Jr. is a free agent and he's going to demand a bag.
They said they're going to pay him though.
They're going to pay him. Okay, so
yeah,
if
they've been saying that for like a month or two that the Mavs are planning to give him whatever he wants, like 18. I think he's going to get around the same as he did before, a little more maybe.
So if he gets 18 million, I don't know what. See, and this is again, this goes back to the CBA. He gets 18 million. How much money does Dallas have left within this free agency market and this draft market to pay players?
But it don't matter. They can re-sign him and go over the cap.
They can go over the cap for him.
Yeah, because they had him for 2 or 3 years already.
Right.
Yeah, so they can go over the cap. They won't go over the cap.
That's my point.
But they could. You know what I'm saying? If they chose to.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people like, I don't know, some people are saying like Kevin Middleton thinks we're saying that we're gonna just trade 2 first-round picks for Cam, but the trade that we said is, I mean, the one that Evergreen said, I think, or like we all said, is that we could give them 21 and 19 and
or
get
20.
Cam Reddish into 20. You're basically giving up 1 pick.
Right. And then
he's worth a late first round pick.
Basically, Cam Reddish would be our 19th pick.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm fine with
that. Because Cam Reddish was what pick was he in the draft?
The 10th or 14th.
He was a 10th pick, right?
10th, yeah, 10th.
He was a 10th, right? So we're getting a number 10 pick for essentially a number 19 pick and a number 20 pick.
Yeah.
And we move the number 19 pick and we just lose the number 21 pick. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's
so
just positioning, that's all.
It's just right. It's a position, and that goes back to what I was talking about earlier regarding the expectation. Right? We expect for Cam Reddish to be, you know, at least some type of an asset when we get him, because we saw what he did in Atlanta and we saw what he did next to RJ in college.
Yeah, right? I was gonna say that what he did next to RJ. Well, you know what, Evergreen, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Cam Reddish, we've seen Cam Reddish, he has not been impressive. But his physical tools and gifts are impressive.
Right. I agree.
And so if you could bring him to a guy, if you could bring him to a team that can develop 3-point shooting and develop defense, then you can unlock Cam Reddish and he might be. I heard Duke say something and I was like, Duke, what are you saying? Because he was like, yo, Cam Reddish has the Paul George player profile. Now when he said that, and both of our defense before the chat go crazy, oh, he said Cam Reddish is Paul George.
No, that's
not what we said.
Yeah, I said it clearly in the time we talked about it, because I was talking about trading for him like in the deadline, because I thought they were gonna trade him in the deadline.
Yeah.
I said that his intangibles,
right,
and the way he plays could be like a Pacers Paul George.
It's his player profile. That's what it is. It's his profile, you know, based off his skill set, athleticism, and all of that stuff. He projects, if everything goes right, to be a Paul George. But in most cases, though, everything doesn't go right. Right, everything doesn't go right for every NBA player.
Look, I say it like this: Cam Reddish's profile looks like Paul George's skill set sophomore season in Indiana.
Yeah, I can deal with it.
Sophomore season, right? Because nobody knew by season 3 that Paul George was going to be that guy.
Right.
Nobody knew, right?
And Paul George is the 13th.
When he was battling, when him and Deshaun Stevenson were battling against LeBron, like nobody.
No, it was Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson, sorry.
Yeah.
When him and Lance Stevenson was battling against LeBron, and they had what was that big bum's name?
Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert, right? Like nobody knew that Paul George was going to be that guy.
Yeah.
And
Paul
then
George
they have Jeff
was
Teague.
behind.
Then they have Jeff Teague that season.
What was his name? The other guy, Danny Granger at first.
Danny Granger. Yep.
Yeah.
Danny Granger, who was a Danny Granger, Paul George.
Yo, but
Jeff Teague.
Reddish
Roy
is
Hibbert.
a better Knox pass.
So that leads me to my next question, guys. Like, is the number 32 pick? Is the number 32 pick the same value as what we put into Kevin Knox right now? Think
No.
also
Hell
hold on, listen. Also think where we are with Kevin Knox fiscally, financially. Because if we decided to sign him, how much money will we sign him for?
We're not signing Knox, bro.
Yeah, we're not.
Right.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Knox ain't coming. Under no circumstance. It would take Knox becoming almost a borderline all-star for everybody to turn the page on Knox and be like, you know what, he's a keeper. And even then, Duke's favorite line of all time, I need to see it one more year.
Right. I just pose that as a question. I'm not, for or against it. I'm just looking at it like, okay, we move Kevin Knox. We move Kevin Knox in 19 and 21 for Cam Reddish in 22. So it'd be Kevin Knox 19 20. I'm shooting for 19 and 21. Sorry. So you move Kevin Knox 19 and 21 for Cam Reddish in 20.
I mean, you don't even I mean, if you gotta give Knox, I guess you give Knox, but I don't think you need to give Knox.
The only reason why you would put Knox in that deal is to free up roster spot and salary.
Bingo. That's what I'm talking about.
And the Hawks won't take on salary in that type of trade, because that's the main reason why they're trading Cam Reddish. They're trading Cam Reddish so they can free up money. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if they take on Knox, it defeats the purpose. So
fair enough. I'm just looking at I'm looking at fiscal. That's my thought process. And I'm pretty sure that's what Brock Allers' thought process as well, is how do I save this team money and continue to save them money,
Right. And so now that we here at that point, should the Knicks be concerned about saving their cap space, or is it time to start spending that cap space on quality players?
It's not that time yet.
It's not that time. Yeah, I'm saving that cap space because the free agency market dictates it. The free agency market is not there for the all-stars unless we're going out and we're saying DeMar DeRozan's that guy, or Kelly Oubre's that guy, or looking at the rest of the free agency market outside of Kawhi Leonard. Like, I don't think that's this year, and that's why I'm harping so much on saving money. That's why I'm harping so much on saving money. All right. So I think the 2022 free agency, 2022, 2023 free agency is where we should be in a position to say, okay, we make this move now, and then the following year we should be competing for a championship, given the development of these players and the pedigree of Tom Thibodeau.
So there has been a narrative that we don't want Reggie Bullock and Elfrid Payton and Nerlens Noel and Taj Gibson back. But I promise you, I think out of the 6 guys, I think at least 3 or 4 of them are coming back.
Run it back.
I could agree with that. I'm cool with running that back. So as long as it's not Alec Burke and Nerlens Noel, not because they're not good players, but because they've overplayed their contract and they can easily demand 15 to 17 mil on any other team in the league right now.
And if they do,
and if we sign them, that's going to be if we sign them, that's 3 years. They're looking at 3 years at a minimum $45 million a year, or $48 million a year a piece. 3 years for $48 million. Excuse me, I don't want to be misquoted. 3 years, $48 million for both of them, and that binds us up, and we don't have the ability to, get that 2023 free agency player.
Right. Hey, I'm with Will Falcon on this. I do not want to see Taj Gibson back, bro. I would rather put Amari Spellman on The Biggest Loser and have him come back in shape, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do not want Taj. Taj is a great person and a great he has a great attitude, and you want to have that type of mentality of a worker bee and personality around. But bro, Taj is so washed. Taj is all the stuff. Taj is the underdog, bro. He too short. He too small. He not fast enough. He can't jump. He's not athletic, and he's too old. So you got all those things going against him, right? And there are some Knicks fans like run it back, give him the bag.
Oh no, not give him the bag. I'm saying Taj Gibson at this point, he deserves, just for the efforts that he's put for the city, like, let him retire and let him continue to work on the coaching staff and tell Dolan, hey, put him on the coaching staff. Well, not Dolan, but tell Leon Rose, put him on the coaching staff with Tibbs, because he knows what to do with the big men, right? And then let Taj Gibson be the guy to be your Obi Toppin development, your Obi Toppin development in the post, your Mitchell Robinson development for a baby jump shot. Let Taj Gibson be that guy for the big men for the team. And still you still maintain that team integrity, and you still you continue to build on the reputation that the Knicks should have with being an amazing organization, right? But if you just let him go and let him go back to Fort Greene and wherever the heck he's going to go, that looks pretty bad on us. I think if there's anybody that needs to be back on this team in some kind of way within the front office or the coaching staff,
it's Frank Ntilikina.
It's Taj Gibson. It's Taj Gibson. It's Taj Gibson. Frank Ntilikina needs to go work with Steve Stout in the media department.
Yeah,
fashion. And let them work on fashion and advertisement. Maybe Frank can design the new jersey.
Oh, you said New Jersey? Oh,
no, the
man.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, man. Man, the chat is hilarious, bro. Like when y'all be talking, I just be looking in the chat, man. Cats in the chat is hilarious, bro. I mean, the chat takes stuff to the extreme, man.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Do. Right.
It's hilarious. But hey, Duke, I have a question for you. Would you package Mitchell Robinson in a deal to get a different type of offensive center?
Elaborate, please.
Miles Turner.
Yeah, Miles Turner is 12-6 on 32% from three. I don't know if that's what we're looking for. I think it's 32% from three. Let me see.
What about Wiseman?
I don't think there's any way they give up Mitch for Wiseman unless it was the draft.
They're trying to say salary though.
But they would have to. They got to pay Mitch too at the same time.
That's true. That is true. You're right about that. So
are they paying? What are they? What's Miles Turner's contract looking like right now?
33% from three.
15 mil, I think.
We're gonna be. Is Mitchell Robinson gonna demand $15 million next year?
Yes.
Okay.
He can
13 to 15, but it's because Miles Turner's deal was done probably like 2 years ago. I don't know how long, but the contracts have gone up, so it's realistic for Mitch to get at least like 12, 13.
Okay, I'm staying put.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I wouldn't trade him, to be honest, for another big.
I'm staying put
because I think if Mitch just starts attempting threes, I think he's better than Miles Turner.
Give me.
Because you're basically just trading him for that. You're just trading him because he shoots threes. So
yeah,
I feel like they're gonna finally let Mitch go out and shoot threes, and once he does that, he's I would say he's better than Turner, and he gets more rebounds and less minutes.
That's wishful thinking. That is so wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking, but I'm also saying that because you would have to give assets with Mitch to get him. So
right,
I wouldn't really do that.
I'm looking at it like
hard
this.
To trade because he's only on a $1 million contract.
Right.
So if we trade him, it's kind of like we getting played because There's nobody, you know, his value for $1 million. We're not getting that around the league, you know, like that.
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm staying put with Mitch based off of what the rest of the market dictated. Like, bro, Rudy Gobert got a bag. He got a big bag for
how much
doing.
did he get? Like he got two. He got the
206.
Supermax. No,
He got
yeah,
two,
he got the Supermax.
he got like
50 mil, right?
206. Yeah,
You don't even have
40 mil.
He got 206 million for 5 years, right? Like
40 mil. Yeah,
that's
funny.
that's a bag for a player that does what centers are supposed to do, right? So if you got a guy that does what a center is supposed to do on a rookie contract at 1 million, right, and his time for his extension, like he's getting a quarter of a bag of what allegedly the best center, who arguably didn't deserve to be an all-star this season or the season before, if you ask me, right? Like I'm giving. They keep saying Mitchell Robinson is going to demand a bag, but like, no, he's going to be that guy that the market is going to dictate, and I'm giving him at a max $15 million a year.
Oh nah. They said New Orleans Pelicans big man Jackson Hayes was arrested and hospitalized after violent brawl with police.
Don't want that guy neither.
Now what happened?
So, in other words, for Big Freezy, you know, that trade for Miles Turner, or that swap trade and a possible pick from us to get Miles Turner, because that's probably what it'll take, maybe a little more than that. I'm not doing that. I want Mitchell Robinson here. I think chemistry is something that gets thrown to the wayside a lot. You know, so I'm keeping him here.
Yeah, I think he's fine to keep. I feel like there's no point.
There's no point of trading Mitch
doing that
unless we're getting like especially for another center at that price in Miles Turner's tier.
Yeah,
assuming they're putting all this stock into drafting wings, right? Like, we don't have really a backup center right now. I mean, we don't really have backup anybody's right now.
Well, you got Norvel Pell. Norvel Pell is under contract.
Is Norvel
guaranteed?
Uncle Freezy, stop saying that.
Yeah, he
but
is saying that.
It's a fact, bro.
I mean, it is true though. But
I mean, you can't say we have Luka Vildoza, who's on the same type deal, and then say we don't have Norvel Pell.
So that means we have 8 players on a contract, and everybody keeps talking about 6 players on a contract. That means we have 8, right?
No, we only have.
No, it's 8, bro. We have 8.
It's 8.
Okay, it's 8.
Luka Vildoza is under contract.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
We have 8 players. So just for the reference, from now on, everybody on the Blorangetears network, we have 8 players on contract.
Right.
All right, which means that we have what?
We have 6 guys
9,
we
10,
like
11, 12, 13, 14.
and 2 guys we don't.
So we have 7 players that we have to fill this season.
Yeah, and 2 two-ways.
Right, and 2 two-ways. So that means that we take those 4 draft picks and we use them all. Now we're officially the youngest team in the league, and we fill the other 3 with veterans. Come on, that ain't happening.
Hey, let me do this real quick. I gotta do this. I'm probably Let me do this real quick.
Right.
Hi. My name is the Ghetto Intellect. I am the co-star of the Knicks Freestyle on the Blorangetears Network. Please come check us out. You'll see me and Free Keith and Freezy, Uncle Freezy, interacting with one another, bringing you hot topics, our amazing takes, but more importantly, smash that like button, subscribe to the Blorangetears Network, and more importantly, share all across your social media networks. Don't miss us. We'll check in with you next time. Bye.
Bam. All right.
There we go.
So I'm not in favor of trading Mitch because I like Mitch as a personality, but I am in favor of opening up the offense. Right? And is it time for me to or do we have the space in this conversation for me to inject a Karl Anthony Towns trade scenario?
Yep.
If it doesn't involve a trade for Mitch or a trade for any other players that we have on team, yes.
I think that
Definitely have
offer. I think that offer that we were going to make for the number 3 pick can get us Karl Anthony Towns.
What was that offer?
Obi Toppin, Mitch, quickly, the 2 first-round picks, 32nd pick, and a future first.
Nah, I'm good.
What?
I'm good.
I think I would do that for Cat.
I'm good.
I don't like Cat like that, but I would do it.
So can you see it on the screen? When you look at it in this way, it's not as bad as what you think. It's 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, Mitch, Obi, and quickly for Cat.
So Evergreen, why wouldn't you do that? You said you don't even value the draft picks. We're giving up top.
I don't value the draft picks. I value the players.
So you value quickly Toppin and Robinson more than Cat?
Yeah, I think Cat is soft, and I also think that Cat under Obi Toppin is even softer. You know, Cat under Tom Thibodeau is even softer. So no, like absolutely not. We already know how Cat has felt about. Like, I don't even know why people are entertaining this Karl Anthony Towns trade when Karl Anthony Towns has already came out and pretty much said, I don't like Tom Thibodeau. Why are we entertaining this trade?
He's been through a lot the last year or two. He could be totally changed, man. He's grown up a little bit. He's a man now. He could be a totally different person. And I feel the same way as you, but I wouldn't mind Cat though. Like, he's what? Cat like 24, 23, 24?
25.
He's 25 now?
Yep, he'll be entering his 26th season.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? Cat and Julius, I like that. And then if we let Julius walk, I like Cat, taking over as, it keeps us young. It keeps us.
All right. So look at this fiscally, right? Look at this fiscally. Again, how much is Karl Anthony Towns making right now?
30-something million. It's not,
all right.
Not a lot.
So if you add up 30-something million, in Obi Toppin's contract, Emmanuel Quickly's contract, and who was the last one you said? Obi Toppin and Mitchell Robinson.
Mitch.
Do we lose out on money or do we save money?
Plus, you got to factor in the 19th pick and the 21st pick too.
19th, right? But again, just add it up. Do the money.
No,
do the math.
We would lose money.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's enough. That says it for me. No.
Why wouldn't you do? We have to use that money up though. We have to spend 90% of it.
So you spent $30 million as opposed to roughly what, $17 million.
So 7, 8. Yeah, you would lose like 15 to 17 million.
Right. Right. So you lose $17 million, right? And now you still have to jump back into the free agency market to fill it with all stopgaps. Who's there in free agency market for stopgaps? Because we just gave away all the picks. So who's there?
I'm back. What are we
stopgap?
Talking about a Cat trade.
Yeah, Evergreen.
A Cat trade?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should trade Randle for Cat.
Well,
I wouldn't even be
Freezy, would you do that?
How about I say this? If Leon Rose did it anyway, I would not be mad.
Right.
So if he traded for Cat with Randle, you wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, oh my God, why'd you trade 24 points and 11 rebounds?
We got it back
for 24 points and 11 rebounds on 40% from 3. I mean, they put up basically the same numbers. But
because the better player.
But Cat is the better player.
I think Cat.
That's a great debate.
Yo,
that's
Nick,
a great debate. That's a great debate.
Nick Ewing said Cat more valuable than RJ in terms of wins. I don't know what that got to do with anything. I don't think that goes with the conversation.
Yeah, and then if you did that,
But I don't
trade,
know. I don't know about that. I was kidding. I was trolling yesterday about Cat for Randall, and I was doing that to see how many people hate Randall, and there was a lot of people in the chat that were actually coming
they
out.
come out of the woodwork.
Because yesterday
about it.
I was full on trolling yesterday. I was like, yeah, trade Randall. Randall has been so trash, and then everyone was saying the same exact thing.
Duke, and I think I'm the president of the Trade Randall Club.
No, you're not.
Man,
Nah, there's a lot more than you did. A lot of people
trust me.
want to trade him for nothing.
Hey,
oh yeah, I don't want to trade him for nothing though.
State of the New York Knicks podcast, bro, would trade Randall for nothing. He just want, and he's trying to be cordial and be nice about it, since Randall's an all-star and all NBA. But my man is like, last year he just flat out said, I don't want Randall on my team. I was like, yo, statistically or schematically, what does Randall do that diminishes his value to the team? He's like, I just don't like Randall, period. I was like, oh,
and you know what? Not for nothing.
Okay.
If someone was to tell me, you know, I'm very accepting of points of view. If someone was to tell me like I want to trade Randall because the sky is purple today, like, okay, fine. Like, you know, whatever your point of view is I'm accepting of that. At least you gave me a reason,
right?
You know, but I'm looking at it more in depth. You know, that would be a more logical trade. Again, as far as financials are concerned, just because the money that Cat's currently making right now, and you know, the money that we would eventually have to pay Julius Randle. But as far as, you know, gutting the team with that pick, those picks that you just said, and 3 players. That makes absolutely zero sense.
Yeah, I like that trade better.
No, man, what do you, Evergreen, did you
worse though?
Evergreen, did you look at it? Did you look at the trade on the screen?
Yeah, you had damn near 10 picks. It felt like.
No, it's not 10 picks, bro. It's 5 picks.
Yeah,
three of them are first round picks, late first round picks, and 2 are second round picks,
and 3 players. So that's
and 3 backups.
That's so we're gonna get rid of 3 backups,
and you have to think about it like this. You have to pay Mitch next year.
Listen, you're gonna get rid of 3 backup players to go back in free agency to get back more backup players.
No, Karl Anthony Towns is a starter.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns is a starter, right? I got it. Yeah, we're there. But you're still gonna have to go back into free agency this year and get backup players.
Yeah.
And a lineup of not Mitchell Robinson, of Cat and Julius Randle would be hard for teams in the East.
And RJ Barrett and RJ. Oh my god, bro.
I'm just talking about the power forward and center spot. We would have the best probably tandem in the league.
Okay, who's coming off the bench for those guys? Who would you look at in free agency to come off the bench for Julius Randle and Karl Anthony Towns?
Does it really matter?
Does it? Yeah.
I legit don't think that matters.
Dwight.
Yeah, you can get Dwight Howard on the vet minimum. Right. You can get you some Ish Smiths. You know what I'm saying? Some man, it's too.
Bring back Burks.
Yeah, you can bring back Elfrid Payton. You know.
Oh boy, he said the E word.
Yeah, man. I mean,
what is the E? Wait, what?
The E word, Elfrid.
Oh. He
said the E word. I get your defensive analysis.
It's not the E word, it's the L word, Alfred.
Oh.
The E is silent.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Duke said it.
Could back up. He said Otto Porter can back up Randall. Nah, bro, we could.
Oh my god.
Otto Porter?
Yeah, I'm good.
My man said the E is solid.
Bro, that's
Elfrid Payton gonna get one day.
I actually don't know what team he's gonna be on, to be honest.
He gonna catch us in the street one day, and we gonna have to handle. And somebody gonna have to get handled.
Nah. Elfrid, yeah, he's gonna sucker punch someone, bro. Like he's gonna do what he did to Jay Crowder to someone, 100%. When he comes back,
right?
To play New York one day somehow. I don't even know.
Right,
He's probably gonna tackle Randall, to be honest.
I'm gonna be at a bodega in the Bronx, and Alfred Payton's gonna walk by, and he's gonna see me, and he's gonna push me on the floor.
Bam.
While I'm trying to throw Aki a quarter. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna push me on the floor.
Yeah, and if he sees City for real, he's gonna give him a hug for protecting him every time.
Right,
every time, bro.
Him and Sim every time.
Yo,
that's just those are his biggest defenders.
And you like, yo, the love they show Alfred Payton is so overt and unnecessary. You can tell it's like a troll. Yo, when City do it, I think it's some sincerity, a little bit of trolling, but man, when Sim do it, yo, you like, come on, man, come on, bro. I know you trolling us, bro.
Who do we have on the roster besides Alfred Payton? That's what he always says.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Fill the roster with players that are bought out, just like the Nets and Lakers. Bodega, we aren't the Nets or Lakers. I mean, you could say get people that are bought out. Barely people are bought out, and why would they choose the Knicks?
That's it. Yeah.
$1
million question.
Oh boy, here comes trouble.
We could have had Dwayne Desmond come in and do something.
He's here. He's here.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon for the second time.
It was good, boss.
Well, again, Freezy decided to awake me again. So Freezy,
yo,
let me get this straight, fam. You would trade Randle for Cat, but you wouldn't trade Randle for Dame.
No, that's not what I said.
No. These are two separate conversations, because I asked you point blank last week on the overnight show,
right?
And you clearly, Hadouken was on the show, you clearly told Nick Nation you would not trade Randle for Dame, but I'm hearing you here today saying you would trade Randle for Cat.
That's not what I said. Duke
clean it up.
So Duke asked me, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say that, but if Leon Rose traded Randle for Cat, I wouldn't be mad. That's what I said.
So you wouldn't? He was basically saying he wouldn't mind the trade.
Yeah. So I would pout for a little bit, but I would get over it really quick.
So you wouldn't mind trading your left foot for your right foot, but if you could get a third leg, pause. Pause. Right?
Yeah, pause.
You wouldn't be okay with that. You see, and this is the problem, Nick Nation. You see, this is the problem, because these are the people who are helping us on our agenda daily with their mixed messages. Cat and Randle are the same. Cat and Randle are the same players. Neither one of them are better than Dame. But for the mere fact that you would be okay with it disturbs me immensely.
I didn't say I would trade Randle at all.
But you would be okay with it.
Right. And if Leon Rose traded Randle for Damian Lillard,
it would be more self-involved.
I would pout for a little bit, but I would get over it. I wouldn't be mad. But if you asking me if I would do it, I would say no. Right? I mean, it's the same for both. If you trade, say for instance, if you traded Randle for Anthony Davis, right? I would be like, yo, why are you trading Randle for Anthony Davis? I'd be like, man, I really like Randle, but then I'd move on with Anthony Davis. I never said that I would trade Randle in any discussion, but I would be quick to get over it, bro. That's what I'm saying.
You would literally second guess yourself and ask yourself, why did we trade Randle for Anthony Davis?
Yes.
Are you serious here today?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, to be honest, AD, I'm not trading him for AD also just because he's like, AD has top 5 talent, but he can never stay healthy. So
yeah,
I would actually not trade Randle. Plus, you're gonna have to give more. It wouldn't make sense. Plus, we saw he can't lead a team on his own, just like Randle. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. They're both second fiddles. They're not number ones. Second or third fiddles. AD is a number 2, but Randle is 3.
And when we say that, we don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like we don't know basketball. AD is probably the best number 2 option in all of basketball.
If he could stay healthy, I would easily trade him for Randle.
Right.
I mean, we all saw he was legit. He was literally carrying the Pelicans at the same time.
Right. And then plus when they met up in LA this season, Julius Randle gave him the business and one-on-one matchups. They had to. Anthony Davis was too prideful to call for help, and Julius Randle kept roasting him until they finally saw double teaming Randle. Right? Anthony Davis was like, "Nah, I'm gonna need a bang." Julius Randle yamming on him. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Nah." Anthony Davis like, "Nah, I don't need a bang." Julius Randle banging on him, and then you like, "Yo, okay." Nah, I ain't gonna let you bang on me no more. Pump fake. Got him. 3-pointer in his eye. He couldn't guard Randle, bro. I mean, come on. The dude scored 30 points until they started double teaming him. Right? I mean, come on. Who have you ever seen where Anthony Davis has to call for a double team?
Breezy, you do know this is basketball, right?
Basketball is my favorite sport. I love the way they dribble up and down the court.
Up and down the court. I once saw Gilbert Arenas give Kobe 60.
Yeah.
Right? And Kobe had 44, and no one remembers Kobe's 44.
Right.
This isn't the same game. These things happen.
Anthony Davis and Julius Randle.
I would go so far as to say, if you do a straight up trade for Julius Randle and Damian Lillard, you are actually losing both offensive and defensive efficiency on both ends. Like you lose big man defense in the paint, and you lose rebounding, and all you gain is roughly the same amount of assists.
And so who's the better 3-point? Right now? Who's the better 3-point shooter?
7 more points a game.
Right now, who's the better 3-point shooter? Damian Lillard or Julius Randle?
I can't hear what Freezy's saying.
Statistically, it's probably Julius, but we know
statistically it's Julius Randle, right? And we talk about Dame time. Oh, Dame time. Yeah, it's statistically Julius Randle is the better 3-point shooter than Damian Lillard. How about that?
You take your 1 year skewed numbers, right? You always do this. You take your 1 year skewed numbers, right? then when I come back at you and I say who had the worst offensive numbers in shot clock history, you get quiet.
Yeah, that ain't fair.
Yeah, I know.
That ain't fair.
Yeah, I know it's not fair. You can't compare Julius Randle and his 1 year with a man who's had 10 prior years of excellence. A man who has playoff bodies.
Julius Randle had 1 good year.
It's 1 good year. Those other years, why do we even mention it? Because what did it do for his teams? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing at all. He played alongside AD, and AD couldn't wait to get out of there. Facts.
Yeah, well.
And that year, he averaged 18 and a half with 9 rebounds, and AD still couldn't wait to get out of there. Facts.
Yeah. Wow.
Holiday was on that team. Facts.
Should I pull up Julius Randle's numbers and put them on the screen? Because I think there's a discrepancy here.
You know them by heart. Why do you need to do that?
To share numbers?
No, you know them by heart. Just say it. You know them by heart.
I typed up Julius, and the first name that came up was
damn sure not Dr. J.
Julius Irving. Yep. Yeah. The first name to come up. Yeah.
Anyway, gents, I gotta roll. Well, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm still listening, but I gotta roll, family.
Yeah, peace out.
All right. Bro, all I'm saying, man, is Julius Randle is valuable. That's all.
I hope he's as valuable as we think he is, though.
Because
I just don't want to pay him. That's my thing.
What? That Fish? That's what. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to pay him, but you would pay Lonzo Ball, though, right?
Yeah, I would. Lonzo's not gonna take up 35% of our salary cap.
Bro, what are we?
I don't know. I just feel like Julius is the number 2. So if we had somebody like, let's just say Dame was on the team. Let's just say he was just on the team, not like we traded for him. Let's just say we had Dame on our team already. I wouldn't mind paying Julius. But just knowing, like, going forward that that's going to be our best player for the next 5 years, I'm kind of iffy on that one.
Bro, come on, big dog. Come on. Julius Randle, the last 3 years, Julius Randle has averaged 22 and 10. Come on, big dog. I mean, 22 and 10. I mean... Brandon Ingram did it 1 year, and I'm sure y'all would give Brandon Ingram the bag.
He did get the bag.
Yeah, well, you see, there it is.
I mean, but he wasn't. Yeah, he was. He's younger too at the same time, so it does make sense that he did get the bag, and it's on a rebuilding team. So I mean, you don't just trade AD to get him, and he's like the main piece in that trade,
right?
And you don't max him out. Like he went from 16 to 23. No, he went from 16 to like 24 points, and he won most improved. It was just like Randle. He won most improved player. But he's I think like 3 years younger than him. At the same time.
Right. Well, bro.
Right.
I think we boxed around in a circle. But so
I don't even know what this. I don't know the cat thing. I was joking. I mean, I really don't think there's a point of trading Randle for Cat, but
nah, me either. But the origin of this conversation is one night you and me and Hoodie Kev were boxing about a Karl Anthony Towns trade.
Yeah, that was like the first day I got on.
Yeah.
People thought that I felt like I was getting like. People thought that I was like. I was like Kev was trying to press me like really badly, and I was getting like mad or something, upset.
Yeah, Kev tried to run the full court trap on you because I was in and out, and he was trying. You telling me, Kev? This ain't court, bro. This ain't court TV, man. A man can have his own opinion, and it can be right in his own mind. You know what I'm saying? By you raising your voice don't mean that your answer is more correct. All it does is make you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? All it does is make him look like a lunatic. But anyway, y'all, I gotta wrap up here. I gotta go because I gotta get some sleep, and right after this, I'm doing post-production or pre-production for Knicks versus that I'm gonna shoot with Woodshed 1914, and then we're probably shooting a couple of Knicks freestyle, and we'll edit those and try to put those out before the draft. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a weird time crunch. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you for all your help. You know what I'm saying? No Knicks at Night podcast tonight. We got to get some rest. But tomorrow there will be a Knicks Morning Drive. Tomorrow there will be a pod couple. Tomorrow there will be a blorangetears draft special from 8 to 9:30, and then tomorrow there will be a Knicks at Night podcast hosted by Cully after the draft. So we're gonna be on 4 times tomorrow, which is crazy. But we'll be on, and I'm gonna put the thumbnails and all that stuff out, so y'all be able to get all the times and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab some lunch, get busy working, take me like a 27-minute nap, get back up and do some stuff, and I'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
So.